Get this every time. There we go. Sound on. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Epic 7. Tell you what. I think last time I had maybe somewhere around 5,500 medals. And those were built up from all my time having played this game. I've never spent even a single one. And that was 3 days ago I had that. I'm up to 7,677 now. Just to remind you, I need 10,000 to guarantee, so, that is to say I'm probably halfway through the grinding I have to do. I noticed there's also these. Never did these. I don't think they have event versions of this, so I have no reason not to roll these with all these,
what do you think?
Galaxy bookmarks I have. I can also buy more with gold transmit stones, though I wonder if it's worth more to get, the 4 to 5 star hero summon tickets. Definitely get that, though. Ooh, ego fragments. I was wondering where to get more of those. Been waiting all day for this? Aw. I'm happy to be what you've been waiting all day to see. For those who don't know, this is how you grind medals. You open this screen 10,000 times in a row. And you just fucking hope.
Everything comes and goes here. Money, goods, and of course, information.
Limit myself to only a few at a time before I go do one other thing, so I'm not just insane.
Money, goods, and of course, information.
I had some lucky streaks in there where I got them multiples in just a few. Some unlucky streaks, though none as bad as when I was doing it live yesterday. Or not yesterday,
Goodbye.
Monday.
I'll see you later.
Doing it live was the worst that I'd gotten. Luckily, for Season 2 here, Act 1 is free. The Act 1 of all of them is in fact free. It's always free for the Act 1. I was tempted to just do all those right away so that I could slowly build up, but I want to be looking at these blind, and I don't want to try to auto through them while doing other stuff, because that seems lame. And yeah, I have no parts of this cast, although... Oh yeah, I have, I can look at other casts. Yeah, I have Urban Shadow Cho. Remembered, this is just saving me a little bit of gold. I say a little bit. I've lost, I think, about 10% of what I had stocked up since last stream. Oh, I have most of you. I have Wandering Prince Sid, Pirate Captain Flan, and Dragon King Shadow. Just don't have Dragon Bride Senya. Interesting. No one of Days of Piercing Cold. No one of Natalon Academy. Noted. That just got me 5 tickets. I should have done that before. That's, I think, 2.5 million. Every one of these I do, I get 50 medals. Yeah, because 500,000 for each ticket, so that was 2.5 million in tickets just for free right there. Moonlight Theater, you cannot skip stories. Like to watch the story. Yep. Life is but a one-way passage that leads to death. All living things die. The only unique aspect between each living thing is which path is taken and how long it takes. Nobody escapes death. On the day before my 10th birthday, I encountered a carbuncle in the forest. It was lying on the floor, gasping for breath as its life inched closer and closer to the realm of death. Recalling what I had been taught by my grandfather, a respected doctor and herbalist, I examined the little beast carefully. Didn't have any visible injuries. However, showed intermittent convulsions and groans, and had a unique scent coming out of its mouth. Quickly deduced it had imbibed a quick and deadly poison. Carefully lifted it up with both my hands and took it home. After I laid my patient down on a bed of straw in the barn, I immediately began preparations. Couldn't wait for my grandfather to return since there wasn't much time left for my patient. With its enervated body, the carbuncle struggled to swallow the medicine I had procured. Soon, the carbuncle's breathing stabilized, and its twitching stopped. Was the medicine working, even though it was just some run-of-the-mill antidote? Carbuncle just stared back at me, blinking feebly. Without warning, the carbuncle howled out with an anguished cry. What I felt at that moment wasn't surprise, but instead curiosity. That's fucked up. Why? Why was it crying out like that? This was the first time I'd brewed any medicine, so my mind was entranced by curiosity. What type of chemical reactions were occurring within that beast's body? Soon, after vomiting excessive blood, the carbuncle promptly left this plane of life. After my grandfather returned, the miner from Senya's old village? Okay. He checked the beast's corpse and diagnosed its cause of death. After, he handed me a scalpel. Ray, I understand how heavy your heart must be. It is a vital role for a healer. Without responding, I slowly approached the carbuncle's cadaver. Oh, wait, shit, no hesitation. Okay, I don't think I understood how he was feeling. Grandfather was wrong. My heart wasn't heavy at all. Instead, I was inundated with curiosity and a thirst for answers. What on Orbis happened? What did I miss? My grandfather supervised my first dissection, pointing out the misjudgments and mistakes I made, the consequences they led to. For the first time, as I gritted my teeth with anger over my utter helplessness, I learned of the thin line between life and death. The moment after your heart stops, the moment when you are neither truly dead nor truly alive. Medicine, surgery, magic, a spirit's power. Regardless of the method, the fleeting moment when a healer can make a miracle out of nothing. The moment that I let slip by. When I was 15, those healers were no different. They all stood around, twiddling their thumbs while gathered around my dying grandfather. They're probably regretting how they squandered that precious, fleeting moment. Soon my grandfather finally crossed the threshold into the road of no return. While the Damas family, my family, was laden with sadness and silence, I stood in front of his coffin and thought to myself, if one can still return to the realm of life while teetering on that delicate precipice, couldn't they also return even after entering the realm of death? Humanity may not have come up with a solution yet. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right? See, we got a wannabe Asclepius here. In a world with no gods. Oh dear, that might actually be a bad thing. Those who don't know, to explain what I just said. Hello? Hello, draconic monkey. I was about to explain this parallel to a Greek myth and how it's now slightly terrifying. This guy's talking about bringing people back from the dead with medicine. And in Greek myth, Asclepius, legendary doctor, and actually the snake entwined around a stick that you see in a lot of like you see a serpent entwined around this staff-looking thing to signify medical practice. That's actually from a legend about Asclepius where a snake did that. Anyway, he was so good at medicine he could literally revive the dead. He was one of the Argonauts, he was a son of Apollo, all that. And the Olympians were scared of this power, so they struck him down. Because bringing the dead back, it's something to rightfully be scared of. Now we've got a guy looking to do exactly that, but this is a world where there are no gods. Could be a problem. What I felt that day was not sadness, but a wave of anger at my own ignorance, and an aching determination to explore the boundary between life and death, and conquer it. Act 1. Pioneer 1. Of course, it is a viable argument to say that animating corpses with necromancy, or imbuing husks with preserved souls via magic, is one form of conquering death. However, technically speaking, this does not truly solve the question. One results in an egoless doll, the other is merely a copycat utilizing an artificial ego. Gonna make a quick guess. I think we've seen you two, actually. Yeah, you were, twinsy mages of the sorcerers of that place. That's not what your research is about? Pola and... yeah... sorry, Polo and Pola. Not the names I expected. I was expecting Pollux and Castor. The, twins of the Argonauts, who Asclepius also served on. On, the Argo, under Jason. Greek myth. Thought that might be... it is the twins still, so maybe. Makes your research any different. Turn from the realm of death with one's original ego intact. That is the endgame. The rest is meaningless, merely a means to an end. Intriguing. However, our interests are elsewhere. Fascinating, but we're not interested in your work at all. Then, why are you here? Made such a high-ranking priest and priestess humble me in my squalid abode. I knew it. I told you we should have worn a disguise. Why did you refuse? I'm the one who suggested that. You're the one who refused. Oh wait, they might not have been sorcerers. They might have been priests of something. Been a minute. Whatever. What we need is not resuscitation, but the opposite. We need a concoction from you. Deadly medicine that reduces the time spent at the boundary of life and death to the shortest extent. Scusi? I'm a doctor, a healer who remedies illness and pain. We're aware. You're Rain, the diabolical healer who liberates the suffering from their pain through death. We know of you. You're Ray, the military doctor of death who leaves behind trails of corpses wherever he passes. Those of the Perlin army referred to you as the Devil of Exile colony. Even your own comrades of the Achen army fear you, especially those whom you have personally treated. Huh. So it's time to hit the road again, is it? Thought I'd be able to stay here for a while. Wait, we only require you to brew the medicine. We'll deal with the rest. We'll make it worth your while. There'll be no need for you to leave, and you'll even obtain what you've wanted. What I've wanted? The twins wanted 2 servings of poison. They did not tell me whom it was for, nor did I want to know. They only asked if steadfast faith in the stars could alter its effect. I informed them that as long as the target possessed a corporeal body, the intended result was inevitable. A few days later, rumors of my clinic spread all the way to the outskirts. The husband and wife who led Constella as high priest and priestess had suddenly passed away. None of the doctors could diagnose the cause of their illness. And they never will, because my handiwork is perfect. I continued my work treating the people of the slums at little cost. I waited patiently for the twins to return with my promised reward. Fresh corpses to use for my research and experiments. I plan to leave as soon as I receive them. The locals have become suspicious of me lately. It's not that surprising, considering the number of people that have gone missing recently. However, days passed, and then weeks. And the twins still would not show. Even if they had gained new positions that took up too much of their time, they could have at least sent a subordinate. Had they forgotten? Or was it that they had no intention of keeping their promise from the start? Both scenarios are perfectly feasible. Every human I've met, be it in the exile colony or on the battlefield, has been the same. Just like that, on the day I decided to give up on the unobtainable, began preparing to relocate to a place where I could readily acquire more experimental subjects, one unexpected visitor appeared at my doorstep. Astromancer Elena. My. This place has quite a repulsive aura, especially with that putrid rancor lingering in the air. But fret not. With the stars' blessings, even a place like this can be transformed. And you are? I've never seen you before. Of course you haven't. This is the first time I've visited this neighborhood. Say, you wouldn't mind giving me a medical checkup, would you? My clinic is closed. Find some other place. Oh, really now? That wide open door made me assume otherwise. You're the doctor running this place, am I correct? Huh? Might I question that gaze of yours? No. It would cause too many issues if a high-ranking priest were to suddenly go missing. I already told you to leave. Stop wasting your time trying to get to know me. But I already know who you are. That is a scary-ass face. Ray Damas. The poison that killed my parents, that was your handiwork, wasn't it? There's no use denying it. Polo and Polo already confessed to everything after their torture sessions. Woman stared at me with a gaze mixed with both innocence and arrogance. Her smile pure yet diabolical. There was no escaping her. My clinic only had a single exit. She undoubtedly would have stationed guards outside it. That day, I thought the curtains were finally closing on me. Yet a little bit of reward. Right, I have to click over here for it now instead of on him. Now we'll do 30 of these. That's the number before I start going crazy.
Money for information, or information for money, whichever you prefer. Hey, why don't you buy something? Come and take a look.
Though admittedly, my counting is off while I'm talking.
Hey, why don't you buy something? Come and take a look.
Shit. I think that's only 2 rounds, actually. 2 tens, whatever. Oop, almost missed these. Don't want those when they show up. One more. There we go.
Come back soon.
Yeah, I'll just watch. Joy of shop refreshing. That's one word for it. Joy is a word. I will never deny that joy is in fact a word. The idea of it being the right word for shop refreshing. What's up with that face? Don't tell me you're afraid. After all that pomp, acting the bad boy? Making tea? Enjoy your tea. Be ready soon? Hope so. What's this bottle here? This also poison? The bottle is exquisite. Wait, no. Ew. Ugh. Sticky. Wait, if you touch that, you die. Within seconds at that. There's not even time to begin treating it. Paralysis seeps into every fiber of your being, and then you asphyxiate. Closed my eyes and thought about my next course of action. Times like these, you require calm, level-headedness. The exit will be obstructed, so walking out is out of the question. Looks like I'll have to animate her corpse for a while and hope the deception works on those waiting outside. Having reached this decision, I open my eyes again. But how could it be? The woman was alive and kicking. Impossible. Well now, that's a surprised face if I ever saw one. You look like you're about to pass out. Dr. Damas, why don't we take a deep breath? Wait. Stay away from me. Oh, is it because of this? This icky, sticky thing? Alright, I'll wash my hands first. Do I wash them here? No, that's... Oh, not this? Then maybe that bucket there? Not that either. Ugh. Glass bottle in front of you with a clear liquid is the disinfectant. Geez, would it kill you to label some of these? Hey, now why is this so slippery? Damn it! Hi, Priestess, is everything alright? We heard something shatter. Please, no need to worry. Just dropped a bottle by accident. That's been one of that scoundrel's ploys to take advantage of Priestess Elena. Are you hurt anywhere? Star's blessing has graced me with its protection. I have come to no harm. Thank the stars, my priestess. No, I have literally done nothing since she just walked in and started fucking with things. I have stood completely still this entire time. Please be careful, Princess Elena. You are our one and only hope. I repent that I've caused the two of you to worry. But please, worry no further and wait outside. I still have things to discuss with the doctor. We cannot. That man is a sin that must be smitten by the star's retribution. I believe I told you you'll be fine, so please. We insist, Princess Elena. We'll stay and protect you. I said leave! Oh my stars, can you two numbskulls not read the room? I already said I have things to discuss in private. Priestess? What did I just... it must be the noxious fumes that emanated from that bottle that forced me to act unlike me. Ah. Those fumes could potentially prove fatal for the two of you. Please return to the other guards at once. As in now. Yes, High Priestess. No. Please be careful. No. As it is the will of the stars. So, what is it that you wanted to discuss with me so... secretively? Am I to receive some holy celestial judgment from your stars? And that could be one result if I wanted it to be. Could also ensure you spend the rest of your days staring at a dungeon wall, scavenging for insects to feast on. That would be such an awful waste of your talents, don't you think? As my eyes met her devilish smile, couldn't help but feel a tinge of empathy with her. I honestly don't know how to describe it better. It felt intimate, yet distant. They say beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, and in that moment I was no stranger. She was beautiful. That order you fulfilled for Polo and Pola. I'd appreciate it if you would continue. Of course, for me this time. Should warn you though, I'm a demanding woman. You'll certainly be busier than you are now, but I promise I'll make it worth your while. Every last corpse created through your masterpieces will immediately be sent straight back to you, as fresh as the moment they ceased breathing. All the better for your research, yes? That's fucked up. Act 2, Pioneer Dose. Her name is Elena. Known as the Oracle of the Will of the Stars, she is worshipped nigh high as divinity throughout Constella. Without even having time to grieve her parents' passing, she had to undertake a ceremony to test whether or not she was cut out to be the next High Priestess. And as if to spite the populace's belief, this woman, who was notorious for a rebellious and unfaithful stance toward the will of the stars, ended up being granted the Celestial Cipher, the gift of astromancy. They say they witnessed a miracle as Elena descended upon them, caressed in a light as bright as the stars. Ever since that day, Constella's senior priests were divided between those willing to serve Elena and those who refused. Among the latter of these, most soon lost their lives to a variety of unknown illnesses, at which point they were brought to my clinic as fresh as promised. This is not what we agreed to. All I was to do was to concoct poisons for you. Well, there's no other way. He neither eats anything contaminated by it, touches it, nor takes a whiff of it. I've been inviting him over for dinner every day of the week, and now people are starting to spread rumors we've been making plans for matrimony. You have to be more cautious. There have been too many deaths by poison as of late. This is so frustrating. Well, whatever. He's catching on, so we need to get rid of him fast. Already confirmed he's scheduled to go on a pilgrimage to the Chandra ruins tomorrow morning. If we take him out tonight and deal with the body, that won't be an issue. And people will just assume he got sacked by a random group of bandits. There, he's coming this way! Huh? You want me to do this on my own? Well, duh, what if somebody sees me? Fine. Alright, how do you work, Death Dealer?
The doctor, is he?
For an experimental drug, chance to put them to sleep for a turn. Successful attack deals additional damage, 40% of injuries afflicted on the target. Does not trigger a dual attack. Increase effectiveness and pestilence to all allies. Increase combat readiness 20%. Effectiveness 50%. Pestilence. Tang on the bear's turn, inflicts venom for 1 turn. End of the turn, detonates venom effects inflicted on a target. Spell 2 buffs. Chance to inflict sleep. Grants an extra turn. I think I should do this first.
In need of treatment. When this all runs its course, what will the damage be like? Oh, you'll make an excellent specimen. Life or death, everything is going to be all right. Worry not, the doctor is in. Do you smell that? That's the smell of death. You'll make an excellent specimen. I'm a doctor. Life or death. This
Literally just stun lock this guy. Oh my god.
I guarantee it. Worry not. The doctor is in. Do you smell that? That's the smell of death.
Is that Crispin Freeman again? I might need this guy if he ever rates up then, because Crispin Freeman. I don't know if I've made... I don't know how clear I've made this. Love the man. Oh, he resisted that time.
Oh, you'll make an excellent specimen.
Yeah, that is definitely Crispin Freeman. His death was painless. I can guarantee that much. Oh, how awful. May you return peacefully to the embrace of the stars, noble priest. What are you doing? Giving the star's blessing to a dying believer. There were no witnesses. I already checked. Still, this is my duty as a high priestess. The Dark Star is always watching over us. The what now? Which star now? He'll take the body now, I assume? Of course. But how much longer are you planning to keep up with this? I don't know, probably... until all the fools who oppose the will of the stars are 6 feet under? For a moment, her malicious eyes shone more ominously in the moonlight. It was clear to me that my own fall would be hand in hand with hers. We had already created too many corpses. I knew I had to get out of this insanity while I still could, but I must first find a way. A way to kill her. More medals, yay. Hope you're all excited for the day where I actually... God, how funny would it be if I did... I've had this happen when playing gacha before. And I'm certain it'll happen again. Hell, actually, I had... it happens... I wouldn't say frequently, but more often than anyone... More often than it should for other gacha players to not kick the shit out of me when it happens.
Victory is right in front of us.
Ooh, all 7s make a wish, I suppose. Yeah, I noticed that too. Yeah. How fucking funny will it be when we go to do this and my first 10 roll drops him? Just right away. Because it's happened before. In fact, it's happened that... It happens rather frequently that I'll be very interested in the 4-star on rate up and not the 5-star. And I'll get the 5-star in, like, 2 copies of them before I get 1 copy of the 4-star.
Take a look.
Hell, one time I was looking for a 3-star rate up and couldn't get them before I got, like, 3 of the 5-star. Weird shit happens to me in gacha.
Hey, why don't you
I have
buy something?
cursed gacha luck.
Take a look.
Where it's whatever is most convenient to me. Sometimes it'll happen, but other times it'll be the least convenient possible outcome. I suppose that's just all gacha luck when you think about it. $14,
Money for information,
$15,
or information for money, whichever you prefer.
$16, $17, $18, $19,
Money for information, or
$20,
information for money, whichever you prefer.
$21, $22, $23, $25,
Money for information.
I don't know how I'm fucking
or
up.
Information for money.
6,
Whichever you prefer.
7, 8. Covenants. 9. 10. More covenants.
Come back soon.
I still have not touched World Arena. I want to be somewhere respectable in regular arena before I even think about that. That looks like a PvE team. Though maybe it's a cleave team and I'm about to die. Let's find out together, shall we?
Get started?
I'm scared.
No.
Mm,
No, this is a PvE team
Let's
that's
do
probably
this. Son of light.
as well built as mine was 3 months ago.
I desire your flesh. Attack.
Here I go.
Can you
Yes, this
handle
time
this?
I am the cleave.
was going to eat his fill today.
Try to kill the healer, I guess?
Damn it.
That is a PvE healer for sure. I should have aimed for Baiken. Try to kill her before she can do anything. She's not gonna kill Fenny through that, but
Obey.
she got closer than I would've liked. Tea's ready? What kind of tea?
Name of the goddess
I assume
of
sweet.
prayer.
If I must fight.
Ah,
You can't
sweet.
close your eyes.
I was correct then.
Away.
I smell living creatures.
Yeah, I've
Let
definitely
them
fucked this
escape.
up.
Wanna know about
Well,
the
actually-
thing?
Yeah, Baiken is not gonna live through this attack.
Oh my.
And do your heals, but
I'm going to faint.
I'll protect you. This won't be an easy fight.
All right.
it is unfortunate that... Well, actually, got to remove the buffs with that attack still, so not so bad. And Fenny's scaling up to kill you.
Found you. This one.
Nah, she still has high effect resist. It's just that effect resist doesn't work on buff removal.
I love you. Stay with me forever.
Oh, wow.
This vessel can no longer contain me.
Yay, victory points. That's... Some of this looks not good for me. Maybe this one if I try it. But let's not do it all at once, you know? Which way do I turn this? Twist it clockwise, carefully. It's too tight. It won't open. You have to put more strength into it. Ow! I told you to be careful. Ow, ow, ow. I'm bleeding. Give me your hand. My bandages and disinfectant. Hehe. Who knew it'd be so convenient to have a doctor at my side? It's only a light cut, nothing severe. I tried poisoning her wound, but that bore no fruit. Wow, Ray, you can cook too? Ever since I left the army, I've lived on my own. Of course, I need to know how to cook simple meals. Can I try some? It actually looks pretty good. Didn't you just come from a banquet? Its taste is difficult to describe. Is this how it's supposed to taste? Well, at least I know why you don't use cooking as one of your methods. There was more poison in that food than was enough to make even the largest of beasts croak. But even that was not enough. What's this, a bottle of perfume? Yes. I'm gonna try it out. Certainly smells unique. Do Akin nobles use this? I used what ingredients I had to recreate the perfume that Cerise uses. Cerise? You're not talking about that Cerise, are you? Akin's psychotic... you're referring to Furious's daughter, then yes, the one and the same.
Well, you know what? This perfume smells like trash. Why would you even make it? So, what exactly was your relationship with Cerise?
Oh, is she jealous? Well, I suppose I'd describe us as a researcher and his sponsor.
Kinda like you and I?
We didn't meet as often as you and I do. Only for making the necessary transactions.
I see. Anyway, the perfume is gonna make me rich. Burn it, please.
I even tried infecting her respiratory system. But as usual, it was to no avail. I tried everything I could think of. It was all just a fruitless endeavor. Once again, I was forced to face that deep sense of helplessness I felt on the night of my first dissection. Thought disinfection for a sec. Back then, it was because I couldn't discover the path that led from the realm of death to the realm of life. This time, I failed to find the opposite. But why? How? What am I doing wrong? What am I missing here?
I knew you were up to something. Kept going out of your way to do things you've never done, like cooking and whatnot. Oh wow, you have to see your face right now. You're more surprised than I am.
Just like back then, feelings of helplessness and curiosity overwhelmed my senses. So, in an impulsive moment, I confessed. And I asked her to describe in detail if she had noticed any changes to her body.
It's not like there was nothing. I did get some small rashes. I guess I've been more tired than usual.
Anything else?
Sometimes my skin would become more sensitive or I'll get chills. After a day or two, those symptoms would just disappear.
Incredible.
I'm sorry, Ray. You wouldn't understand. You're the type of person that can't see the truth unless it's tangibly in front of you.
The truth.
The will of the Dark Star. That truth.
Elena told me that everything changed on that day. The day when her body shone with the essence of the stars. Everything, from her body to her mind, and even the fate of the City of Stars. I only believed half of what she said. People often misunderstand that truth is only the tip of the iceberg. Ignorance and deception are always hiding under the surface. However,
the Dark Star is omniscient. It was the one that told me that I was destined to meet you, and that I'd learn all that I needed from you. From now on, you just have to trust in me and follow me, got it?
This woman standing in before me is truly like no other. I feel like remove "in" from that sentence, it becomes better in every regard. Easier to read, easier to exist. Grammatically correct. The deception and ignorance that is hidden in underneath her truth is only but a mystery that I've yet to discover. Could it be? Could she truly be the one key I've been so fervently searching for my whole life?
No, I absolutely must make sure that you complete your research. I'm the only person that can. I'm sure you feel the same. You need me, don't you, Ray?
The key that leads to the truth of life and death. I must study her.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I need you.
Oh, and here I thought chivalry was dead.
I must have you, Elena. I don't care about the will of the stars or what she sees or hears in her delusions. She, too, will meet her inevitable end, and when she crosses the border between life and death, if I'm by her side when that happens, I will dissect her. I ship it. I will uncover the mysteries about you.
If you say so. And?
And?
Keep talking. Tell me the words you've been keeping deep within your heart. Say them aloud that you love me. Jeez, he has the looks and the brains, but he really is oblivious.
Huh? I didn't expect her to be so hungry for fame. Well, I suppose everyone in a position of power like her is like that. Of course. Once I finish my research, I shall name the final result after you, Elena. In respect of your contributions. Is she gonna beat him over the head for that one, or does she count that as love? The Star Corps. I didn't know Constella was preparing for war.
Well, to be fair, it was never really a thing. At least not until I became High Priestess.
This was the Dark Star's bidding?
Indeed. I am to spread the will of the stars throughout Sidonia and beyond, until voices ring out in praise of the Dark Star across all of Orbis.
I see.
Your research will be significant contribution to the Star Core, Ray. Now, stop your dilly-dallying and focus more on your experiment.
High Priestess Elena.
Good evening, my faithful kin. I am blessed for having the two of you working so diligently, even at this late hour. May the stars shine their grace upon you.
It really is you, Priestess.
What brings you all the way down here to such a sordid place? Should have sent word that you were coming. Sordid? Oh no, not even in the slightest. Any place where our blessed brothers and sisters proselytize our faith is an area of the utmost sanctity.
By the stars, your words are truly the exemplification of all that is holy. You truly are Constella's most sparkling jewel.
But might I ask what brings you here? We're here to see Pola and Polo, seek to convey the will of the stars to those who blasphemed against it.
You came a little bit too far. The twins' penance room is back where you came from, right in front of the stairs.
Oh, silly me.
We're innocent, Elena. This is all because of that dastard there. He told us to do it.
We're not guilty. That demon tricked us, High Priestess.
They seem to be struggling with the change in environment. Neither of them looks particularly healthy.
Yep, they surprisingly had little to no endurance. Just two skittish little bunnies.
We've repented. Please, please let us go.
We didn't mean to kill. All we wanted was them to sleep a little.
Human golems are fundamentally different from corpses controlled through necromancy. They may be functionally limited. They can make independent judgments to some extent.
Oh. That's precisely what I need. Need them to be incapable of betrayal or treason. I don't want them to be brainless zombies either.
Life expectancy for either is about the same. I'd say, give or take 6 months.
Can we not extend that at all?
They can be reanimated, but expect their life expectancy to decrease by several weeks each time we do so.
Elena, please spare us. Please forgive us, High Priestess, we're begging you. And you're sure you can do this?
After some simple brain surgery, I'll have to send them to the realm of death before bringing them back. Since I'm not trying to completely recover their ego, they'll have a much higher success rate. Would you like to be... Way to ruin the moment with this. This fuck-up completely ruined this, what should have been a really good scene. Would you like me to begin? Ah, sweet, back to you. What other stuff to break this up? Especially the secret shop.
Well, what do you want to buy? Everything comes and goes here. Money, goods, and of course, information. Money for information,
13,
or information for money, whichever
14,
you prefer.
15, 16, 17,
Money
18,
for information,
Covenant,
or
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29,
hey, why don't you buy
30.
something? Come and I'll see you later.
Let's try this. This looks semi-cleavy, but
Let these guys off
more
their leashes.
PvE setup.
It's
They got the Vildred skin, which I respect.
You can't close your eyes. Go away.
Should we get started? Purifying flame. Burn away the evil.
This is what you get for ruining my vacation.
Oh, that's...
Let the
Yeah, I
goddess
forgot she's that.
lead the way. I'll show you true love.
You, I suppose.
Give it to me.
I'm not gonna be able to debuff them at all. I can remove buffs, but...
With your love.
Okay,
Let's
that's
start with
cool and
something
fair
light.
that you can counter attacks that didn't hit you.
Prove your
Really,
worth.
really nice
Attack.
mechanic, that.
Need help?
I will fight until the bitter end.
Okay, so...
I think
Fuck
I'm
this. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen, but I literally don't have any recourse against this, so good job, me. I've already lost. I don't know why I'm still going.
Know this. I will return to imbue you
Shut
with
the fuck up!
darkness.
I don't want to hear I lost sound effects in any game. Like, all people who have made games or plan to, you lose sound effects are gonna piss off the player no matter what they are. I don't care if they're anything, it's just gonna make them mad. Stop doing it. Ah. Vivian? I'm fine, I'm fine. Just letting it all pass through me, just as you taught. The scars deep within my heart will not reopen. It's Cowrick, not Kawazu. Keep mixing up their names. Harvin. So, most of these corpses belong to soldiers from Pearland. Looks like they didn't even know what hit them before it was too late. They're all probably completely focused on the cavern that connects with Crimson City. I guess the cavern acts as Meldrick's main gate. It's the only passage that exists to the north or the east. Wait, what about that big hole we just came through? That's their new side gate. Inferno Malachus must have dug a new path for Kawazu. That's how he completely bypassed the line of defense and was able to catch them unawares. That's one way of doing things. Regardless, I didn't expect him to do something this awful. At this point, we may have to eliminate Inferno Malachus even if it ends up killing Kawazu. I mean, purify it, not eliminate it. No real difference between the two. Realistically, it would have been extremely difficult to purify Malachus just now. Would have just let Kawazu die and move on to a new host. Anyway, you may have been right. If I did truly make the wrong decision. Those aren't words that a sage should be saying. Why? Even sages can be wrong sometimes. Being able to quickly come to terms with that is what makes one a genuine sage. You really are giving off some sagacious vibes there, Vivs. That's because I am a sage. How many times do I have to tell you? Yes, of course, oh wise sage. We've decided to save Kawana, right? Let's concentrate on that for the time being. Vivian, it wasn't your mistaken judgments that led to this moment. It's all because of a foolish spirit lord that broke the balance. Right, Mr. Keeper of the Balance. Just need to concentrate on what we can do. It's like Rango always used to say. Carvin! Probably can't go this way, though, can we? Just have to adjust our plans. If Kawazu's troops march down this path, the whole area between North Aachen and Pearland will turn into a battlefield. Even if it's a detour, we should make our way through South Aachen and head toward that exile colony. Does seem the best course of action when thinking about Kawana. It'll take us much longer than we anticipated. We want to preserve Kawana's body until we get to Constella. Going to need more herbs. Going to have to look out for a place to restock on the way. Act 4, Interlude. Alright. I have news. Aachen has granted us access through not just North Aachen, but also the exile colony. That's a relief. Not like they had any other choice. Did Cerise come in person? Rumors of Furious's death must be true. No way she'd come in person. Probably secluded herself in the highest tower on the highest mountain possible. That old general came in her stead with her signature. Trivialities aside, all that matters is that Aachen has given us an open-door policy through their city, which allows us to strike South Persland with greater ease. Hit them right where their defenses are weakest. Hey, you know what? If a giant army, probably stronger than mine, came through and said, hey, we want to murder the guy you're fighting, I think the smartest idea is, okay, just please don't attack us in the meantime. We have literally no reason to do that. We are out for revenge, and you haven't done anything yet. Okay, yeah, go do your thing. Let's just, yeah. Exactly. I love Inferno Kawazu. He is so cool. I love the dreads. I don't know if I've mentioned, I had been, like, considering dreads on this model. When I was leaning a bit more on the tribal side of Fish's sort of origin. I went more generic, and I do regret it. I'm definitely going to lean more on that for the new one when I eventually make it, which shouldn't be... That should happen before the year's out, theoretically, though I suppose that also is assuming I'll order it soonish, which I should. Ish, like within the next few months I should be able to do that, but whatever. Flameheart and Shadowvane will go with me to the exile colony. South Aachen army will protect our flank. We moving out right away? You have to make haste for the sorcerers of Witchhaven join with Perland. Meanwhile, Emberstorm and Lavavane will march east. East. Has the plan changed? Apparently, Lilius and her lapdog are still there. We're lucky we could stall her there for a while. I don't know how I feel about that plan. She'll be able to see our movements far before the siege even begins. Without a doubt, she'll order a strategic retreat, and the West Perlin army is resupplied will be at a major disadvantage. It's possible, yes. However, the Queen's pride will be a pivotal asset to us. Elias's pride will be her downfall. She'll not want to let go of what she's gained, and in her hubris she will falter. We should retreat. Jotun Borderlands garrison is completely annihilated. Meldrick barbarians have gained free reign of the north. Flag of Perlin flies atop this fortress. The surviving forces of the Aachen army reorganize and block our path south will be caught in a corner. I will not abandon this outpost. Allow me to stay behind, your majesty. I'll make sure not a single soul can tread the path in the direction you take. Pelusia does not fall back. As you know, I've already endured far worse than this. Please be reasonable. This fortress will inevitably be overrun. This fortress must be secured if we want to strike Meldrick. Your reinforcements will not come. Perlin's nobles will undoubtedly be cowering behind the walls, awaiting for word of our deaths. Violet? Damn it! There's a side of you I haven't seen in a while. What's made you lose your cool? I will not lose you, Lilius. If I do, there's nothing left for me in this world. Insolent brat. I am your queen, Violet. You cannot lose me. But I can lose you. Ooh. Wonder who that is. Wish there was a faster way to leave that to go back to the secret shop.
Well, what do you want to buy?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Hey, why don't you buy something?
11,
Come and take a look.
12, 13, 14. I guess this is 15 then. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20,
Everything
21.
comes and goes here. Money, goods,
22,
and of course, information.
23, 24, 25. How do I keep fucking this up?
Everything comes and goes here. Money,
7,
goods, And of course,
28.
information.
29. 30.
Goodbye. I'll see you later.
I will be right
if you're
back.
still
I just
alive.
need to get something real quick. Alright, I'm back. I am extraordinarily hungry, so I went and got a snack. Let's see. Try this one out.
I smell
Who
living
do know the
creatures.
terrors of the night? I'm scared. You disrespect me. Enough. It's time to behave. Is it time for me to play? What a waste of time.
If I must fight,
That's real fucking fair.
Papa's going to eat his fill today. I can feel it. Papa loves me.
I desire your flesh. Don't let them escape. Is that all you've got?
Beautiful silver light. Tin, you can't close
Bye,
your
Rast.
eyes.
You were great while you were here.
Okay.
You didn't get to do
Know
jack
about
shit
my
because
family.
they had a thing to just steal your stuff.
I believe in you, Papa.
Found you. This one.
Okay. Papa's going to eat his fill today.
Haha, broke your immortality with the counterattack. Nice for one of those to finally go my way. And killed.
Papa, Papa, Papa! They did it!
When I finish eating
Why don't
this
you test
frozen
your luck?
Pop-Tart, I'll roll.
Money for information, or information for money, whichever you prefer. Everything comes and goes here. Money, goods, and of course,
one.
information. Come back
Still no
soon.
medals from the shop. Lovely. Yeah, it says 15x, so we're only a third of the way. Oh wait, is this Pavel? I need to see what Pavel's up to in this world. Life is but a means to achieve one's purpose. One has to stay alive to continue the mission. That does not mean that death is the end. For soon, another kindled by your fervor will take up your mantle, continue where you left off. That is how this city was able to connect the disparate lives of the many and build up its walls. He was a commander of the Eastern Army who served his city from cradle to grave. One downside of eating. My mouth is full. These are the words my adopted father would always tell me. Perland is eternal. We'll continue connecting one life to another, as long as we stand to protect our walls. Before I met him, I had nothing worth protecting. Roaming between the crumbling shrines of the Chandra ruins, petty theft and swindling was my day-to-day life as a child. One day, my father never returned from home after leaving to swindle a pilgrim. My mother? Her plans to sell her son to a Constellan merchant guild fell through. So instead, she chose to have an affair with one of the priests and left home. Truth be told, none of this was any bit important to me. We were of no use to each other, since we could neither protect nor contribute to one another's livelihoods. This was the life of a nomad. The sooner we came to terms with it, the better off we were. In the autumn of the following year, I traveled to Perland with a group of outcasts, who were all blindly following rumors of work there. However, just as the city walls were within our horizon, we were ambushed by bandits and were massacred. With a burning pain in my chest, and my consciousness gradually fading, I condemned the world. I condemned the sky, the land, and my fate. Would have done the same to my parents, if only I could remember their faces. After only a year? I condemned the dying embers of my life and prayed never to wake again to such a cruel world. Fret not, child. We are here to protect you. As my eyes fluttered open, those were the first words I heard from the man leaning over my sickbed. As if to keep his promise, that man adopted me. For the first time ever, I heard the words that would soon become my creed. The words that my adoptive father truly lived by. The city is eternal, and will continue connecting one life to another, as long as we stand to protect her walls. In the following years, he taught me the skills and knowledge that stay true to that creed. His teachings protected me while also becoming the next hurdle to overcome. Ah, Jesus fuck, loud. During a battle in the exile colony with the Akan Artillery Corps, led by Furious himself, my adoptive father met his honorable end. It was the year I turned 20. Though I never got to hear his final words, I just knew that I was to pick up from where he left off and continue the mission for the good of Perland. After his funeral, I enlisted in the Eastern Army. There was no hesitation. My duty was clear. He will live on through me, and this city will forever be eternal. Act 5, Custodian, Wan. I'll be accompanying them. I'm sorry, Commander? You'll personally be going? I'll lead the patrol in the east. Yeah, that looks nothing like regular Pavel. The other ones you can kind of say, like, here, that's not even close. But the decision is final. Then I'll have the 11th and 14th regiments readied. It should only take until noon. No, the 3rd Tank Regiment and Eastern Patrol are more than enough. Until I'm back, keep everyone here on the southern front. Yes, sir. We marched due west across central Perland, as it was the fastest route. When we arrived, the gates of the inner city were wide open, as if they were graciously inviting us in. It was quite the unfamiliar feeling. Some within the council were requesting our protection. Most rejected the idea outright. Eventually, the Eastern Army was banned from even entering the inner city. Were they afraid we would bring an end to their senseless corruption once inside? Father always said there was no difference between those who fear the price of protection, be it political or economical, and those who are not worthy of it. I expected there to be more troops. What happened? Commander, the enemy has begun firing artillery at us. Please retreat to a safer area. This is a battlefield. There's no moment safer than when you're the one that pulls the trigger. Yes, sir. I don't understand what the fuck that means, but whatever you say. We'll begin the operation. We can neutralize the Meldrek infantry protecting the artillery. We will be forced to withdraw. Sir, given the situation, we'll also lose a lot of men. Then we make sure we don't. Sir? I will lead the charge and break through their defenses myself. All units charge for the glory of Perland. Oh, he's got a badass bayonet sword, bayonet on his gun. This breakthrough. Start a battle fully increases skill cooldowns. Using a basic skill, activates Be Gone. Enemy is defeated, fully decrease skill cooldowns of the bearer. Start of the first battle, gains Fighting Spirit. Ally except the caster makes a crit. Gain Fighting Spirit. When Fighting Spirit's full, activate Be Gone. Not activated by an extra counter or dual attack. Be Gone. Increase attack the caster, attacks all enemies with gunfire. Increase combat race the caster 50%. Let's go for you.
What meaningless resistance.
Holy fuck.
Weakness is unforgivable.
Die, you fly. Oh yeah, I forgot to see what this does. Attack the enemy with a pistol. Target is not an elite or boss, ignores damage share. Caster's attack is greater than the target's attack, penetrate defense proportionally up to 70%. It's kinda cool.
I have no mercy for my foes. Obstacles must simply be for an insignificant person like you. Death is too kind a gift.
Damn it, Arcan army's in full retreat. Cowards. Need to follow post haste. Perlin's reinforcements will arrive soon. Wait, where are you going? Need to regroup with the main force. There will be no one standing between those forces in Meldrek. The only warriors left in the Crimson City who are capable of fighting are the Dawnstride tribe. Unreliable as they are, we'll have to leave that to them. Remember what Kawazu told us. We can't return home until we burn Perlin to the ground. Commander Pavel of the Eastern Army at your Majesty's service. We met before at your coronation. Yes, I remember. Pleases me to see you fulfilling the oath of allegiance you made to me then. Majesty's judgment was correct. Reinforcements arrived in time. Now we're able to strike the mainland of Meldrek immediately. Must also acknowledge your wisdom, Violet. Told me that if reinforcements did come, it would certainly be the Eastern Army. I knew that if the rumors I had heard of their commander were true, then there could be no other. We were only able to plan such an ambitious operation because we had faith in the rumors of the captain and of the Queen's Guard. Huh. Like two peas in a pod. These two are just destined to get along. It's not the Queen I swore my allegiance to at her coronation. It was not the Queen. Nor had I insisted on this reckless march in order to save her. It was for the great city of Perland. It's a very different Pavel. I'm expecting him to interact with Cerise at some point, because he's still Pavel. Somewhere in there, I'm sure.
What do I
More
say?
grinding,
Well,
yay.
What do you want to buy?
2, 3, 4. Is that one? Alright. 5,
Money for information?
6,
Or information for money?
7,
Whichever you prefer.
8, 9, 10, 11,
Everything comes and goes here.
12,
Money, goods, and of course,
13,
information.
14, 15, 16, 17,
Hey, why don't you buy something? Come and take a look.
18, 19, 20, 21, 22,
Hey, why don't you buy something? Come and take a
23,
look.
24, 25, 26, 27,
Money for
28,
information? Or information for money?
29,
Whichever you prefer.
30. Not a damn thing
Come
that
back
time.
soon.
Maybe.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's find out if I can.
Now, it's time to go to sleep. I think
Alright,
I'm going
potion vial
away.
saved that from being the worst
I
scenario,
thought
but
this could be fun.
still not great because this is gonna happen now. Yeah,
get
Seaside
started?
Bologna's busted ass.
No destiny.
Oh, we're not allowed to
Can't stop
buff
me.
ourselves anymore? That's a mechanic that should be in a game that's all about buffing and debuff. Oh yeah, and she counters literally everything, it feels like. I don't know, I think I hate this, I hate this game's balance, I think. Which is to say, it's not balanced in the slightest. It's use characters who prevent the opponent from playing.
Can you hold out much
And there's
longer?
genuinely nothing you can do if they're using those characters.
We
Which they are. There is not a damn thing I could ever have done to prevent this outcome.
I hope you're ready.
No amount of thinking or technique would have prevented the enemy from just doing this. I barely got to play.
Is this love?
Why I hate trying to climb the arena, because I'm just gonna run into people who are using bullshit setups I can't do anything against. Oh, just use a different team. Go fuck yourself. I understand team building is a big part of it, but also when my team is mostly working, except that now no team works against something that can remove all buffs, and then make it impossible to buff or heal, it's a little hard to make a team that works against that, I feel like. Maybe they're just faster than me and get to get that off before I do. Don't bring up effect resistance, fuck you, that's a stupid mechanic anyway. Honestly, I'm a little surprised. Can't believe they're able to build such a large fortress in the middle of the rugged mountains. Sure, most people think the same when they see the city for the first time. I know I did. Shame we didn't get to see Cerise. Stop teasing me with her! Huh? Just a moment ago, didn't you say you were relieved we got by without being noticed? I'm not talking about wanting to meet Cerise face to face, I just wanted to catch a glimpse of her from afar. Never seen what she looks like. What I've heard, she's quite... Rumors of her have reached all the way to Sage's Forest? Well, the old lady who runs the magical materials shop is quite talkative. When I returned to the forest, I tried bringing up Tarango, but she cut me off, insisting she really couldn't care less. I see. When I think of it, it's a little strange she didn't show herself. Cerise I know is certainly... Certainly what? Carvin! Carvin! Over there. I believe that's the one we have to meet. The one wearing broken chains. Of course. Oh, it's just regular, normal Ainz. I'm not disappointed by this. Fuck Ainz. He doesn't deserve an extra thing. He's just an annoying character they insist on using so much. Oh, you two, over here. Guess you're the buyers? No one else around, yeah? Exile Colony. Just confirm those are the right items and quantities. I don't want to hear any rumors about me scamming you. Wait a second, there's a Molagora missing. You sure you didn't miscount? Of course not. Oh, I missed this one. 7, 8, yep, this is everything. More meticulous than I look when it comes to my orders. Made sure to bring the right amount. Seems so. But, I sudden interest from you Witchhaven people nowadays. Sorcerers want a piece of this city's chaos too? Wait, you've seen people from Witchhaven other than us? A whole bunch of them. They'll move together like a group of tourists. There's one old man, I think his leader. He looks like a clown, but he does have an outstanding mustache. Why, you there! Those broken handcuffs of yours show you have some fashion sense. How about it? Join my enhanced magic division as our doctor. Your name will be forever immortalized when they write the epic of Master Zantana. Why'd you refuse him? You're kidding, right? Slipshod group wouldn't even last a day in battle. That went more than yesterday. And they probably left to the north. Nope, they went east. To Constella? How do I know? I could tell they weren't heading toward Pearland. Did stock up on a lot of provisions before departing. What could he be up to? Who knows? At least we know he didn't join Pearland. Anyway, since we talked shop, I'm out of here. Meow. Wait, we have a list of additional items we need from you. What's this? You're asking me for all this stuff now. Let's just say we needed a higher measure of assurance from you. That means these items are what you were really after. Can you procure these? Nah. What do you even need all this for? Whatever. You don't have to answer. It's probably better I don't now. Mind if you stop glaring at me? They'll pay you bountifully. Double the market price. I can get them, but I'll have to pick them up elsewhere. Also, I'm gonna need you to pay in advance for this one. Advance? I showed you the list because we built up some rapport, but now you're asking for a little too much. Not sure if we can trust you that much. On the same side of that fence, lady. Alright, fine, we'll pay you in advance. But, we're coming with you. Come with me. Oh, that suspicious cart and ugly carbuncle? Carvin? Say again. Look, we just want to wrap things up here and leave as soon as possible. Plan to cross the border to Constella? None of your business. I suppose the more of us there are, better chance we have of fending off bandits. Okay, then let's get going. Are you Witch Haven folk always in such a rush? I think this is the first time I've had a playable Ainz on the team, actually. It's not even the Ainz I actually want. He's the Zwei of Ainzes. Ainz exists? He does. I'm not going to deny this. Why is he the only... I don't actually care, but it's weird that he's like the only playable one here who's just the same character as normal.
In this distorted world, I will write new rules.
This is your last chance to back down. The more desperately you struggle, the deeper your despair will be.
I never fight a losing battle. You cannot change what is already decided.
Is this really necessary?
What? You got a problem with my decision? That's me! Ainz!
Seems we're not heading toward the army base, are we? Having Carvin in that team's comp was literally pointless. He didn't do a damn thing. Was dishonorably discharged not too long ago. General let me smuggle stuff out. Well, he died. After his death, all my illicit actions were quickly uncovered. I was court-martialed and banished to the exile colony. These chains here are a souvenir. So where are we headed? My house! I had the stolen medicine in my basement. We're almost there, it's just around the corner. Think about it now, I can't tell if you're brave or just plain stupid. Just follow me all the way out here without even knowing the destination. Sometimes use the normal versions of characters in ML theaters, not just the 3 stars. It's just weird that he's the only one so far for me. Granted, this is only my technically second ML theater, but it's still odd. Somebody's inside. Alright everyone, we got guests. You? Wait, Kalric, look.
Wow, we have guests. Oh, Mr. Ainz, the nurse lady said she'll be back after she deals with an emergency patient.
Emergency patient?
Yeah, she said she'll be back tomorrow after giving the patient a checkup. Whoa, is that a carbuncle? Carvin. So cute, can I pet it?
I think Ort got a special model in Nadalon High. Might be a quirk of the early theaters. He at least still looks fitting for the setting. It's just weird that, like, all the other characters look completely different, as if they are, like, even their genealogy is slightly altered. Whereas Ainz, nah, it's just the same Ainz as before. I feel like a lot of the other ones are... The setting itself is very different outside of this one. Like, this is an alternate Orbis where it seems like gods haven't interfered in any meaningful way here yet. At least until now. I suppose the Dark Star probably counts as a god.
Of course, be careful, she has a bit of a temper. Carbon, carbon, carbon! Stop, that's ticklish. You this carbuncle's mommy? Mommy?
Hey, let's head inside. Can't be out here all night.
A lot better these days. Not even that sore anymore.
That's so? The tap. Nice try, kiddo. Why you lying, huh? Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. That fucking lying. It's an old meme.
Because we haven't had guests in a long time.
What does that have to do with this? Just sit tight, I'll bring some medicine. Is that a Terra fragment? Only a tiny little chunk. Quack like me can't do much to treat injuries like these.
These are mana burns. So the wound on the side of her shin earlier won't be easy to treat with off-the-shelf medicine.
Pearl Arm was shelling our troops with some substance meant to melt through armor. Those bastards ended up hitting a nearby village. Our scouts brought Amanda in, her leg was burned pretty badly. It's gotten a lot better since. About her parents. Dead, probably. Started stealing things so he could sell them off and eventually get a Terra fragment to help heal her. That was part of it, yes. I also just need money for myself. Anyway, even this method has run its due course. All I can do for her now is relieve her pain and slow down its progression. Now, stay still and don't move.
Ow.
Look at you being a tough cookie. You're such a trooper, maybe I'll let our guests stay a little longer.
You're done. How about you come and take Carvin on a walk with me? Really?
Alright, run along now. Sure you don't brush the wound on anything.
Okay. Carvin. Mr. Hines, I'm gonna go with Carvin's mommy and take Carvin on a walk.
I called him mommy again? I assure you, she's not the only one doing it, but at this exact moment, possibly the only one doing it out loud. Give her some more respect, you little rascal. She's a sage. Huh? Huh?
We'll be back soon. Come on, Miss Sage.
Carvin, Carvin! How the fuck did Hines know that?
Right.
So you knew who we were. Took a while, but yes. Recognize you from somewhere, but I just couldn't put a finger on it. It's been in the back of my mind since, and that hit me. The Mediator came to see General Varen when I was stationed in the south. Dull brain makes for a hard life. Only I'd remembered who you were earlier. Wouldn't have brought you all the way to my home. Are you looking after that girl? I only planned to look after her until her parents came to pick her up. They never did. Idea they're pushing up date easies or if they skedaddled. What else was I to do? Still a doctor, quack or not. Can't just ignore an injured child. Child was talking about a nurse earlier. Guess she also looks after some of the people in this building? That's none of your business. Stop being around the bush and just get it over with. Sorry? The purification. Saw me using a Terra fragment mediator. Just do it before Amanda gets back. Hines, how much do you know about the balance? May not know anything about this balance, but I do know all about you, mediator. You're a heartless brute who does whatever's necessary. If you find anyone who needs purifying, you won't hesitate to kill them. As a mediator, I can clearly say that there is no imbalance here. If anything, it's more well-balanced than most places. Then, I have no need to purify anything here. Just focus on helping that girl. I mean, they didn't imply there was anything wrong with the Terra fragment like that other one they found. For all we know, he's not even, like, learned a lesson. Maybe that was just a regular Terra fragment that's fine.
Why don't you test your luck?
They also haven't explained much what Terra fragments are, but, you know, that's Epic 7. Especially the early writings.
Everything comes and goes here. Money, goods.
Whip. 7, 8, 9,
Everything comes and goes here.
Yeah.
Money, goods, and of course,
11.
information.
12, 13, 14, 15,
Money for
16,
information, or information for money,
17,
whichever you prefer.
18, 19, 20, 21,
Money for information,
22,
or information for money, whichever you prefer.
23, 24, 25. Overdue for Mystics, I've noticed.
Everything comes and goes
26,
here. Money, goods, and of
27,
course, information.
28, 29, 30.
Come back soon.
Not a damn thing. Like I said, when the camera's on, the luck gets worse. And I've got tons of sky fragments. I'm sure I can get there. Just... And I'm sure I have more than enough money, too. Plus, I'm supplementing it with these a little bit. Why do I need more than 5? Life is a blessing to those who are chosen. For those who aren't, life can either be torturous and grueling, or just a droll repetition of mundaneness. Though there can be some who find ephemeral happiness in their evanescent lives. The one granted the star's blessing, life, is a marvel. And I know the difference between the two, as I've experienced them both. My parents were the high priest and priestess of Constella. They had the final say in everything that happened within the city. Ever since the day I was born, I had always been their second priority. The will of the stars was neither audible, visible, nor tangible. Something much too abstract for the child me to understand. But it was always there, as if it were a sturdy wall silencing all my vain efforts to garner my parents' attention. My father was a record on repeat, always telling me the will of the stars would light my way. My mother would always encourage me with worrisome eyes that I would feel it one day. This thing that all Constellans held sacred and served faithfully refused to show itself to me. No matter how much literature I read on the history of Constella, and the scripture of the stars, no matter how much I scrutinized the murals of ancient prophecies in the Chandra ruins, contradictions within only strengthened my doubts that this abstract will existed at all. The silent, heavy air between me and my parents did little to dissuade me of that growing conviction. Until that fateful day. Poor Elena, such a precipitous tragedy. Can hardly believe it ourselves. Unfortunate, Elena. You must overcome this sadness and keep going. We will help you. Instead of giving them a reply, I slowly lowered my head, carefully trying to conceal my nervousness. Certainly, I did feel some sadness, but it was not of loss. What I felt that day was something closer to regret. Regret that I would no longer be able to vie for acknowledgement. And that regret quickly turned into anxiety about how I'd overcome that moment's crisis. But our ritual cannot be fooled, Elena. We must divine a prophecy before the devotees. It is true you cannot feel the will of the stars, Elena. It is a big problem. Devotees will never forgive a charlatan. As I was pushed further and deeper into an inescapable corner, my anxieties and distress quickly evolved into fury. This conviction, this faith, it's nothing but a lie that's been nurtured over the centuries. It's an illusion which its sole purpose is to produce guilt. Sounds like Catholicism. I'll lay it bare for all to witness. I'll prove it's all fake. The night when Polo and Pola showed their teeth, I chose to descend the stairs that led to the Forbidden Chamber. A fragment of a star is kept deep within the cellars of the Star Tower. They say it was the provenance of this city, the sole reason for its founding. What propaganda! If anyone truly tried looking into it, they could easily find this fragment was brought over from the Comet Temple long after Constella was founded. These hypocrites. They create a fallacious doctrine to conceal their lies. They assigned a ludicrous myth to a useless hunk of rubble, brought over for some ruins, and gave it an unnerving parable to cover up for it.
That there is some invisible energy that surrounds the stone that will kill you if you get too close. Well, your hair will fall out before your bones crumble to dust. Lies, all lies. Ha! I'm standing right in front of it and nothing is happening. It's just some stupid rock. I grabbed the comet's eye. Oh, fuck me. Intending to throw it at the devotees who would attend the star ritual the next day. But at that moment...
We finally meet. My chosen one. My first. And my last. The one who will deliver the star prophecy.
Celestial voice.
Incredible.
Hardly anyone is allowed up here. Very few are granted entrance to the tower in the first place. And you're one of them. Perhaps I should say, you've been chosen by me.
I see. Seeing how the stairway to the upper floor was designed to be difficult to find, I had a rough idea as to the intent of the building's architecture.
Hey, did you know? There's nobody here but us. Just the two of us all by our lonesome.
Are you talking so softly if we're the only ones here? Oh, I see. We're not alone, Elena. You're planning to show me these things here.
What? No, I mean... yeah, that's it. Why won't he fuck me? I moved them up here because I heard they can only move with the power of starlight.
They charge their cores with the energy from the stars. Interesting.
Who are the current skins for RTA for? I think... Isn't the current one for, friggin... the antagonist of episode 5? Isn't that the new one? I don't think they've shown it off yet.
It's true. It's made of a substance that does not exist. Yeah, for Harsetti. Yeah, that's... I couldn't remember her name. I'm hoping it's the, friggin... I'm losing my mind. I'm hoping it's like that uniform she wore in the story mode. Because they've already got a base to, like, build the art out of. It'd be an easy way to do it. And I love a woman in uniform.
And more of these in the cellars of the tower. If we delve further into the Comet Temple, we'll probably find even more.
Did the Dark Star tell you about all of this?
Yep. Told me to create an army, and that's how the Star Corps came to be.
Did you already know about this, Elena? These creatures that came from the stars. Whenever you pass by them, they glow faintly. Almost as if they're receiving greater strength.
I told you. There's starlight within me. I absorbed all the light within the comet's eye that day. Far beyond the visible night sky, a star died. And after an unimaginably long time, the light it discharged finally reached me. And that's what the Dark Star says.
I see. Elena, you really are.
Wait, if you suddenly get so close?
A mystery.
Right, if you look at me like that, I'll...
Alright, where is my head at? I shouldn't waste this precious time.
Even though we shouldn't do this, Huh?
I need to extract some cells from these things. How fitting.
Friggin' the voice of Alucard after Cell.
That's a stretch even by my standards, but I'll go with it. I must analyze these cells from my lab. Perhaps then I can find a way to make them stronger, as you asked.
About your lab, Ray, have you considered?
I'll let you know as soon as I get any results. Good night, Elena.
No. Moving it here. And he's gone. Again. Shut up before I make your ugly mug even more unsightly.
What do you think it called her? Simp.
The Eaton that was guarding my lab has been deactivated. There's an intruder. Ray Damas. I believe you've got the wrong person. There is no one else here who sounds like Crispin Freeman. I know it's you. Damn it. I have another Eaton waiting underneath the operating table. If I could just lure him over there. If you're planning to make use of the golem underneath the operating table, I've already taken care of it. No, so it's you. Mediator's been hounding me since the exile colony. Wait, Kaurik, let me talk to him. And you are? Ah, yes. You must be that sage companion. Yes, I am Rango's disciple, Vivian. How about we relax and maybe take a seat? We're not here to fight you. Then what are you here for? Do you need a doctor? Actually, we need one step up from a doctor, which we're to understand you are. Sometimes.
What do I sell?
Alright, rolling time again. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Money for information? Or information?
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Hey, why don't you buy something? Come and take
13,
a look.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, another 30, no
soon.
goddamn medals. I'll look terrible to fight you.
Oxen does not submit to threats.
You can run, but you can't hide.
You can't close your eyes. Go away.
Do not stand back.
I'll protect you. Purifying flame.
Yeah, none of that.
Burn away the evil.
This will suit you well.
That was fucking absurd. Alright, I don't think I can win now.
Give it to me.
They've got complete debuff immunity, so that's kind of my main strategy.
Prove your worth. Attack.
Can't counterattack if you're dead.
I have no intention of losing.
Yeah, invincibility. Love that too.
Give Fanny all your love.
Well, you're all stealthed, so
Hold me till I can breathe normal. I think I'm going to faint. Such a pity.
yeah, I don't know why I bothered. Winnable if I kill Leffy. Maybe.
Such incompetence.
You just got healed for free. Oh, cool, the extinction effect. They actually do just give that for free to fucking characters, huh?
How weak.
How naive.
Okay, any fucking day now. Yeah, that's also a really fair mechanic that doesn't
encourage people to set up complete stall teams for their defense.
I smell living creatures. This one.
Get her. There we go.
Can you handle this?
It discourages stall teams on offense and massively encourages stall teams on defense. I don't understand why they want that. Do you want stall or not?
I always keep my word.
In fact, there's already a huge thing to, like, that you should try to stall on defense, because the offender is a person who can get bored. If anything, they're exacerbating that problem by doing that. It prevents a stalemate, sure, but it should do that to both teams then, not just the attacker. It's poorly thought out. Disappear as I'm clicking.
Her decomposition has hardly even started. She has been preserved remarkably well. You must be quite talented, Sage.
Just stuck to what the books told me.
Actually, there's another reason. The spirit energy within her is still strong. I'm assuming it's due to her direct contact with Malekith. So that's why there is no decomposition. I mean, of course, your medicine probably helped with that. Or maybe not.
This guy's weird. Just keep our cool, Vivs. Weird guys are only hope right now.
You know I can hear you, right? You two are more uncouth than you look.
Would you just... I'm not taking that from you.
Fine, I'll do as you ask, but we keep this a secret. Won't do us any good if the Constella priests hear about this. Which means I need you two to stay out of sight as well. You can hide away here and act as my assistants. Especially since you purified my usual assistant. At least we have your attention. To be honest, this is an extremely intriguing case. The possibility of success is far higher than any subject I've worked on thus far. You're sure you can bring her back? Bring her back? Allow me to put it in simpler terms for you. There are too many complicated steps and various results to describe it as simply bringing her back. It's already a stretch to say that I can get her to open her eyes again, especially because it's been several days since she crossed the boundary between life and death. Said she was in remarkably good condition. Her body is, yes. Recovering an ego in its entirety is another matter. Entirely. If she opens her eyes, what then? I told you. The issue is the extent to which her ego will be recovered. Just how much longer she'll be alive after that. That part doesn't matter, as long as she stays alive long enough for us to drive Inferno Malekith out of Kawazu.
Auric, I'm on the side of keeping Kawana alive regardless. No intention of using her solely for the purpose of eliminating Inferno Malekith. Hope you understand that.
Right. Is that your goal? Purifying Inferno Malekith?
I heard what the sage said, did you not? Our goal is the revival of the great Chief Kawana. Act 8, turning point. So hungry, go get food. Mother was dying. This is out of nowhere. Her state while on her deathbed. Her moaning and her suffering was a near reflection of that of this land. How it was reaching its Armageddon. I learned how to suppress the hunger during work. I have a similar system for... not hunger, but... Even as her body continued to decline, her mind remained strong as ever, refusing to yield to the unjust providence of nature. She dreamed of the moment that humans would conquer fate and dominate this land, even until the day she breathed her last. I remember your expressions, your voice, and how you tried so hard to appear unshaken. Hush. Do you think you saw me that day as misconstrued, Violet? If you felt I was... then I am mistaken. Yes. That's what I told you that day. Those alarmed eyes of yours. I remember seeing them as I brought you back to my room to silence you. You didn't have this scar back then. Now even this scar belongs to you, Lilius.
Even this scar? Until I am repaid as promised.
Is that so? Don't worry, Violet. I'll let you regain everything you've lost.
No, not just that, but much more. As will you, Lilius. Once Kawazu's heart is pierced, Inferno Malachus will become nothing more than a specter floating around without a vessel.
And will you do that for me, Violet?
With pleasure, my queen.
Western forces have successfully infiltrated Meldrek. Could you two stop doing that in the throne room? Flameheart District has been secured, and they expect to do the same for the Lava Vein District soon.
How much longer must I wait until the Perlin flag flies over the Crimson City? I despise waiting.
Only a matter of time, your majesty. Kawazu is now nothing more than a rat stuck in a cage. He only has the exile colony to go back to, nowhere else. May be true in the long run, it may not have much of an immediate effect. As he may feel the mental strain of losing his home, he'll continue to receive the necessary support from Southern Aachen. Yes, that may seem the case, but it won't last. Everything changes once he begins to lose the exile colony as well. The Aachen generals who have been uninvolved until now will start pressuring Ceres to deprive the barbarians of their command. I agree we should put pressure on the exile colony. We should divert the attention of both Kawazu's warriors and the Aachen army away from the territory we've occupied northern Aachen by pressuring the exile colony. Exile colony is not like Meldrek, or even the Jadun borderlands. Power of fire is weak, and there's no lava or Inferno Malachus to manipulate. Results will be far better than you expect, Commander. Sincerely hope you're correct, Captain of the Queen's Guard. Even I would prefer using a different method.
Now we go back to
Why don't you test your luck?
How much longer is this dry spell gonna last? Shut up about it.
Money for information, or information for money, whichever you prefer.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, finally!
14, 15, 16, 17, 18,
Everything comes and goes here.
19,
Money, goods, and of
20,
course, information.
21, 22, 23, 24,
Money for information,
25,
or information for money, whichever you
26,
prefer.
27, oh, 28, 29, 30.
Come back soon.
How are our numbers looking? Over 8,000 now. Started counting boxes in German. 1, 2, 3. They kicked the shit out of me if I forgot what came after dry. That sounds like boredom incarnate. There's no reason not to just use these when I have them, is there? Like, I'm 90% sure there's... I don't think I've ever seen a Moonlight, thing. So, you know what? Let's do a little bit of this. Just for funsies. Yeah, I don't need more of these. Unless you want to pull for a new character with galaxy bookmarks, there's no reason to save. Yeah, who the fuck are you? Yeah, I just want to use these, because... I don't know. It's fun.
Gotcha. This is the fun version of Gotcha, where you see PNGs of waifus show up after you press the button instead of nothing. Bless was a cleave goddess back in the days of old? Cool.
What's your request?
Oh, damn. A surprise. Tempest Surin. Yeah, it's still stupid that you don't have your eye patch with how they use you in the story. Yep. Deal with inventory limits. Only had one Celeste before that. Interesting. T-Surin's pretty good? Alright. Really, I only had one axe. Maybe this is the only way to get these characters, the more I think about it. Or they're much more likely here than in the normal. Oh yeah, I got an extra Sid at some point. No, I can sell you. You are new, so let's lock you up. Oh. Oh yeah, yeah, they changed that. I forgot about that update. Green Sid used to be a super important hero in speed races. Whoever got him first was way better off. Now people gravitate more towards the two people's speed imprints. Huh. I don't know why it's not rolling when I'm doing that. Pearl Horizon... She was my daily covenant, that's what happened. Now she's capped. Oh yeah, I got another reliable support level, sweet. Hey, more Covenant bookmarks. I've got plenty. Tell you what, that's a nice place to leave off. I could do more of that gotcha in a minute. Give me something else to look forward to after I do another round in the store. Yeah, these left, still a few. Alright, I think we've reached a consensus. I authorize the expedition of the Queen's Guard and the Eastern Defense Force to the Akin Exile Colony. Bring me news of our victory. Act 9, Collision. Keep advancing. Commander, the enemy's firepower is too... I urge you to keep advancing the offensive. Yes, sir. Must advance deep enough to where their artillery cannot strike us. Act. Charge! Charge! Battle cry! For Poland! Poland East Army has broken through the first line of defense. Those tenacious bastards. They're like the Polanders we dealt with before. Is this the infamous strategy that this man Pavel uses? Piercing through any defense only with a handful of troops, but at a breakneck speed? According to our analysis, he's feared most for his incredibly effective defense strategies. However,
It's also true that when he's on the offensive, he only takes a small battalion with him.
Yes, because I don't like leaving my defenses open.
That's a shit reason. Such arrogance, typical of Perland. Anyway, if those are all the troops he has on the offensive, my warriors can circle around and pincer them from the back. You suggesting we use the same strategy we used in Jotun? Why not? They're clearly vulnerable to it. Commander, it's a trap! Mildred armies blocked our path of retreat!
Just as Violet predicted.
Sorry?
They're the ones being surrounded.
Is that the banner of the Queen's Guard? Where'd they come from? Out of my way.
Ah!
Are you a rebel from the Lava Vein tribe? Do you recall that name from an event that transpired in the north? Here, let me pay you back.
Oh, team.
How long do you think you can last? Your life means nothing.
I'm with Perlin. The end has come. Accept your fate.
Fear is how others control you.
Death will take you. Disobedience to an order leads to prompt execution.
You fight as if you have 9 lives.
Obstacles must simply be eliminated.
I will shape my own future. This world has no place for you.
Weakness is unforgivable.
How long do you think your pitiful
Yeah,
resistance
they didn't get to do shit.
ends here?
We can't retreat like this. If I die, I'll make sure they... Up. Let go of me. Have you forgotten what Kawazu said, you ignorant old fool? You're telling me to scurry off like a scared harpy? Oh, well, Akin is watching. Of course, if we retreat, it will spell disaster for Akin as well. That's not what's important. Think about it. The Great Chief is dead. Till the next exam, Kawazu's orders are absolute, and... Damn it. I know Kawazu holds Inferno Malchus's power. Whatever its identity, as long as it has Malchus's nature, it makes Kawazu the chosen one of the Spirit Lord of Fire. And we retreat. For Meldrek. Yes, for Meldrek. Rather a hasty retreat for Meldrek, especially for the belligerent Flameheart tribe. How suspicious. Possible their authoritative hierarchy has changed. Regardless, it's clear that Inferno Malchus has some influence on this. Can't keep wasting time. We need to go after them. We do. Probably retreating to their main force, and that means Kawazu will be there. And nothing about chasing them in the operation plan. Plans must be adapted according to circumstances. Meldrek army retreated quickly in the siege of the northern fortress as well, and I didn't chase after them. I would have. Need to deal a decisive blow before Meldrek's forces reorganize themselves. By decisive, I'm assuming putting down Kawazu. That's the most evident way. The chiefs below him will undoubtedly scatter. The ragtag Akin forces will stay locked up in their tower with Cerise, where we can take them all out in one fell swoop. Quite the idealistic result. And that's all said and done. All we have left is to remove Constella. The risk is too great. It'll be far more advantageous to create a frontier and move forward cautiously while blocking Constella from intervening. Of the original plan to isolate Kawazu within the exile colony, killing him resolves everything far sooner. Seems your suggestion is vested in vengeance. Feel free to stay here and hold the front line, Commander. I'll deal with this myself. Eastern Patrol and the 11th Regiment will now be responsible for the protection of the Queen's Guard. How amusing. Captain, are you telling me that you actually have the gall to order my men around even though I'm here? Left with little choice when their commander is a coward. That's purely relative. In my eyes, it's the captain of the Queen's Guard that lacks sensible judgment. Need to follow while their tracks are still fresh. Or else we'll be wasting time simply looking for Kawazu. Time is on our side. There's no need to hurry. Majesty doesn't like to be left waiting. That is not my concern. Get out of my way, Pavel. I don't want to kill you. Nor I you, Violet. So take my advice. You intend to violate military law. Perlin Defense Force is subordinate to the Queen's Guard. I'm aware. Let me tell you one last thing, Captain. Make sure your orders are for the sake of Perland.
What do I sell?
Back to the secret
what do you
shop.
buy?
2, 3, 4, 5,
Money
6,
for information, or information
7,
for money, whichever you prefer.
8, 9, 10, 11,
Hey, why don't you buy something?
12,
Come and take a look.
13, 14, 15, oop, Covenant, 16, 17. Oh yeah, that's great timing. Makes up for how long it waited for the other one. 18, 19, 20.
Money
Ooh,
for
damn!
information? Oh,
That's lucky. 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
come back
Hey, we got a
soon.
bunch that time around. That felt nice. What are we up to? 82. Yeah, give me that.
Let's
Do a couple more of these. Didn't mean to skip it. I want to watch these for funsies. Oh, oh, shiny. It's Warrior Knight? I forget. Oh. I already have you, Bad Cat Armin. But that will whet my appetite until next time, at least. Next time, are you leaving? No, next time I roll on that thing again. I'm not leaving yet. I'm not even done with the chapter yet, Bathwater, don't worry. After I do the next chapter, I'm gonna come back and do more of those. If I stop when I get a 4-star, that means I'll be excited to keep doing it. Yay. Yeah, we're not ending stream yet. I imagine there's at least another hour with how long this, Moonlight Theater is. Alright, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's still 6 more of these to do. Which means 300 more Mystic Medals. You must Vor now? Really wish you'd stop calling it that. I think we found them. The Lava Vein and Flameheart. It seems so, judging by their banners. Good, just as expected. Raise our banners and make it obvious we're chasing after them. We're going to rely on Kawazu's rage discovering us to make him lose reason. Act 10. Hunt. I feel your hatred. Your urge to break, tear, kill, burn. The desire to see his eyes filled with pain, despair, and humiliation. And the look on his face as he dies. Desire? Oh, make me laugh. Something like you can't even begin to comprehend what I feel. I never said I understood you. You understand human emotions. I can only feel them through you. Accepting this pain and never forget where it came from or how it felt. Foster patience for the sake of waiting. You must accept it. Just as I waited perpetually just for this moment to come. How long you expecting me to wait? Until the hatred wailing within you dulls and grows heavy and cold. Only to reignite and then grow heavy again. Till I feel whatever it is you're feeling, you will obtain the wisdom of nature. Along with sly cowardice. They're what we need right now. I know, no time for honorable combat. It is a hunt. Have all the prisoners executed? Yeah, I did it myself. Why? Let them cooperate with us. Personally promised them they would be freed. I have no mercy for Pearlanders. That's not what I mean. It's a matter of honor. It is not how we Meldrick warriors fight. Honor. You truly believe these people, these ruffians who killed the great chief at a diplomatic meeting, have anything remotely similar to honor? Well, then you want us to be no better than them. Prisoners will only slow us down. We're already at a disadvantage. No leisure to keep promises or remain only to gather intel. You've changed. You're not the Kawazu I once knew. Alright then. Tell me, if you're so keen on killing every Pearlander that walks this land, why are you leaving those ones alone? You can see that banner from miles away. I'm not leaving them alone. Just biding my time. Waiting for the opportune moment. And when will that be? We've already found out that Violet is there. We charge them now. Don't be rash. Even if we kill them, we'll lose half of our warriors. Isn't all this to irritate Jertun and avenge the great chief? What else do you want? The Queen's head. Wazu. A rain of fire shall be born upon the ashes of Pearland when that time comes. Wazu, there you are. What is it? What the fuck you want? I was doing my demon voice thing. What do you want? What's the fucking problem? Rain of the Dawn Stride tribe is here. She is. News from home. How is she here? Thought Meldrick was under attack. Said it wasn't easy to slip out. If our scouts hadn't found her first, she likely wouldn't have been able to make it here. I have to hear everything she has to say. Bring her to me.
Today's the day. The Star Corps is finally going out on its first march. I've waited so long for this day to come. Oh, Dark Star, bestow upon us your blessing. Elena, you're being too loud. Elena, please be a little quieter. Alright, we shouldn't let the enemy discover us. Are the Pearland forces still encamped? Devotees we've planted in the exile colony said some of them had moved. It's hard to hear you. You should speak up a bit more. It isn't easy doing anything with you two. Anyway, since their forces split up, as you mean their defenses have become weaker, right? Yes. Correct. The two of you not have any other opinions? Nope. None. Well, definitely prefer how terse you become, but other than that, can't say I can find anything positive to say about the two of you. That's so? I see. Well, since it's come to this anyway, take pride in leading the Star Corps. You can just occupy that camp. We'll certainly be able to begin spreading the will of the stars throughout all of Sidonia. May the blessings of the stars be with you.
And also with you, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna have to ask Ray to have another look at these two again.
Smooth metals. Open the secret shop, i.e. the worst gotcha.
What do you want to buy?
2, 3, 4, 5.
Money for information, or information
6,
for money, whichever you prefer.
7.
Whoop. Really making up for my earlier luck.
8, 9, 10.
It's a dry spell, but then, you know, that's the thing about statistics. They will even out the more you do it.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 16. 17. 18. 19.
Money for information.
20.
Or information for money. Whichever you
21.
prefer.
22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30.
Come back soon.
More Moonlight summons. Dahlia, sure. Oh, Tilly. Oh, yeah. Audley, whatever. Another Celeste. Nope, oh, purple. An archer.
If rooting out evil is what warriors do, I'm already a warrior.
Roaming warrior Leo. What the hell are you? Die the enemy with slingshot. 35% chance to inflict decreased attack for 2 turns. Enemy has a debuff, increased damage dealt. Okay. Fire shock bomb. Chance to decrease defense. Actually, I should look. Scales up to 50%. Does it? Yeah, 50%. 80, scaling up to 100. Chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. Increase skill cooldown of Go Raku by 1 turn. And a turn detonates bombs. Go Raku. Attack all enemies with Raku's help. Increase buff durations by a turn before a... Scaling to 100% chance to inflict decreased speed and a bomb for 2 turns. Grants a skill nullifier once to the caster. Damn. So I see the basic strategy is Go Raku, then Fire Shock Bomb, because that will also decrease this cooldown, and this will also set off the bomb you've set up. And then on your offs, just fire the slingshot, keep their attack low. Seems like a decent kit. What else is here at the arena that I hate? Maybe?
Should we get started?
I mean, Bologna's probably gonna make this not work, but...
No matter what hardships await me, I will regret nothing. I'm scared. Yep.
You didn't see this coming.
Forward.
Oh good, you advanced your entire party's actions forward because you pressed a button.
I'm getting tired.
So much for my entire plan of maybe kill Bologna before she gets a turn.
All right,
Instead, the
let's do
entire
this.
party is permanently
No destiny.
debuffed in a way I can't get over.
Just stop me!
I say permanently because there's not dick I can do. And we're all already dead.
I will protect you.
No.
It isn't over
Prove
yet.
your worth.
Yes, I know. Just let me leave. Don't linger on the fucking defeat screen. Let me go. I lost already. Don't rub it in, game. Good way to piss them the fuck off. Father sometimes had nightmares. A recurring nightmare where he would be standing, helpless, in front of the ashes of Perlin's ruins. On days he had these nightmares, he would climb the eastern wall and look upon the city. It was as if he wanted reassurance the city was its usual bustling self, even before the croak of dawn. He was aware how unrealistic those dreams were.
We all knew what meaning they held, the warning they were giving us. Perland. She may not have been built in a day, but if she were to fall, it would happen ever so discreetly. And if you fail to realize it's happening, before you know it, you'll awaken to ashes. On the morning of his final battle, my father awoke from that same dream. Maybe. His wife fought so desperately until the bitter end. Be thankful of the peace the high walls of Perland provide. Appreciate that not all of those who look up at the Perland flag with pride share the same heart. All have different things they wish to protect. Each have their own sense of justice. After sharing those words with me that morning, my father left. In the ensuing battle, Furious lost an eye, the cost of my father's life. And I lost my father. Custodian 2. Shortly after the new High Priestess ascended, Constella unearthed weapons buried beneath the Comet Temple. War golems of the ancient Chandra Empire, which are known to have descended from the stars. In this dead of night? Yeah, I'm sure they wish to move in secret. What about the Constellan guards? They made no noticeable movements. Not easy to plant spies in Constella any deeper than the outskirts where outsiders can trade. It's honestly a miracle we were even able to get this much information when needed. We will hold our ground. Yes, sir. We must stop them. If we let them beat us here, the enemy will be able to march unimpeded to Perland's southern gates. Why is this new High Priestess preparing for war all of a sudden? Could it be related to the special prophecy she received from the stars? There's something she wishes to protect. Enemies approaching, Commander! The Star Corps. Will our weapons even work on them? There are records in Chandrian history books of them being destroyed. Attack as soon as they're within range.
Obstacles must simply be eliminated. I don't care about things like honor. I only have objectives.
Oh cool, we get this again.
I have no mercy for my foes. I'm with Perland.
Yeah, save your cooldowns, just shoot them. This isn't going to be easy. This'll be difficult. Not show them any weakness. You have to show them our strength. Eaton will attack. Oh, that's where I knew the name Eaton from. Eaton will destroy. Rip them apart, Eaton. Smash them to pieces, Eaton.
What meaningless resistance? Disobedience to an order leads to prompt execution. I'm with Perland. Death will take me. Weakness is unforgivable for an insignificant person like you.
Just use a gun. Oh, this ancient magical golem crap. I have a gun. Eaton is being destroyed. Eaton is angry. What do we do? Our Eatons have been completely destroyed. Oh no, Elena's gonna chastise us. Don't worry, Elena insisted we come back alive. You're right, Elena cares about us. Let's retreat. Meow. We have to get out of here. Meow. Was that all of them? Enemy's offensive has ceased. The priest and commander retreating. They'll be back. This buys us time to try and dig up weapons that'll work better against them. Get started on repairs to the camp as well.
Thank you. I'll leave everything to you until I return.
Where's he going? Excuse me, Commander?
I don't know nor care what it is Violet seeks to protect, or what he considers justice. All that matters is that I do not forget what I have to protect.
And claim rewards. Oh, here. Alright, more secret shop.
What do you want to buy?
Fire.
Money for information? Or information for money? Whichever you prefer.
7. 8. 9. 10.
Money for information? Or
11.
information for money? Whichever you prefer.
12. 13. 14. 15.
Everything
16.
comes and goes here. Money.
17. 18. 19. 20. 21. 22. 23. 24. 25. 26. 27. 28. 29. 30.
Come back soon.
Nothing. Some covenants. Moonlight. Harrowell. Okay. Requiem Roar. One of the Banshees. Purple.
Did you miss me? Tell me the truth.
Silk got a tan. Noted. Attack the enemy by shooting arrows. 40% chance to target for 2 turns. Take extra damage and lose evasion. Fires arrows to attack, dispelling 1 buff. Caster as a buff, triggers a dual attack from the ally with the highest attack. Okay. Works well with party members who could buff her before she does that. Attack the enemy by shooting lightning arrows, inflicting silence and decrease attack for 2 turns, decreasing combat readiness by 100%. Grants a barrier to the caster for 2 turns, proportional to the caster's level. And it completely resets their turn, so someone could be about to go and just whoop. Seems annoying to fight against. Actually, should check the other cast boards. Important for racing. Outside that, she doesn't see any use. I've gotten some more 4 stars. I should look if I have anyone else on cast boards to see if I can save a little gold. It's looking like no so far. Yep, it might only be the 5 stars to be fair. Just buy these as I need them now, because there's a chance I'll get a cast board member before I need the other one. There were so many of them. Warriors tried to defend Meldrick Plaza, but there wasn't enough of us. Eventually they broke through into the city and just killed anyone that they lay their eyes on. Both warriors and civilians. You are sated? What'd you eat, bathwater?
Ah. Reyes told me he would evacuate everyone he could to the Pooperan ruins. At least there should be a lot of places to hide there. Pasta? What shape? And chicken? Pasta and chicken? What kind of sauce and what shape was the pasta? I must know. I am a pasta fucking savage. I subsist. I would say a good 40% of my diet is pasta, actually. Or at least pasta-based dishes.
They'll be able to hold out for a while there.
Yes, but I'm not sure how long. Fire Sanctum and Malchus' refuge have probably been occupied by now as well.
Tortellini?
Okay.
Tortellini's not bad. It's one of the weirder shapes. It doesn't come in the really cheap ones is the one thing for tortellini. Like, I'm cheap as hell. I get like whatever's $1.25. To interrogate you when you're full and close to death. I mean, you still haven't told me what kind of sauce it was. Do you not know? I'll interrogate you as long as I have to. You at least tell me what color the sauce was. That'll give me a basic idea. Well, if the Sanctum Guard said they'd defend it with their lives. You don't know? You don't know what color the sauce was. Is that what you're telling me? Are you... Bathwater, if you're colorblind, you can just say it. There's nothing wrong with you. We won't think less of you for it. No need. Malchus is no longer there. You're not going to go back to liberate Meldrick? You know what sauce it was, not the color? Well, if you tell me the color, I can figure out what kind of sauce it was, probably.
We can't go back.
Not yet. Not until Kawana's avenged. Really think this is what Kawana would have wanted? So many have died and the land is drenched in blood. Green, you think? Maybe your eyes are fucked? Could have been a pesto sauce, though. I mean, my mom eats, just pesto on pasta. I'm not crazy about it, because I can't really taste cilantro properly. Slightly green, the lighting, perhaps. Slightly green pasta sauce. I mean, there's, stuff you can make with spinach. But that always, that always, dyes the pasta itself green, too, and I... Let you die? No, Bathwater. You're not allowed to die yet. I have to interrogate you on your food preferences. And what cut of chicken was it? I'm not gonna actually make you do that one, but... Well, I just... This would be full-blown bastard, that one. Maybe a vain hope, but... Possibility we can still bring her back to life. Fucking come again? Dice up my tail? How you gonna cook it? What sauce you gonna use? You know how to debone it properly, or do you want to eat the bone? You're gonna kill me, you better not miss. If you're gonna cook me, I better be good. Or it won't work. Ha 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 ha! Sage and Mediator came to Meldrick are looking for a method.
We do not need their help. They only seek to create cracks in our solidarity and neutralize our rage and strength.
You even listening to me?
I don't need the help of those hypocrites. Those are nothing but lies to weaken the power of fire and to protect their titles.
This isn't like you. You've changed so much. Quazu I knew would have done anything to bring Kawana Kawana back to life.
Reina, every time I close my eyes at night, I see Kawana's bloodied body collapsing lifelessly to the ground. Even as I look into that lunatic blaze, I can feel it staring right back at me, forcing me to relieve that devastation again and again. It's as if it's accusing me. If I had arrived a little sooner. No, if I had never left her side to begin with.
This wasn't your fault.
I tried hard not to lose myself, not be consumed by this vortex of self-reproach and hatred. But I spend every waking second killing Perlanders. When my eyes are closed, I spend hating myself. Even still, the pain won't stop. Behind my closed eyes, nightmare plays on a continuous loop. And Sidonia is nothing but ash. Perhaps this will all finally end. Reina, that false help you brought won't be my salvation. Accepting death is only natural. Oano was neither strong nor wise enough to be great chief. It'll be Perlin that pays for her death. And it's not a mortal's place to meddle with what fate has decided.
What? How can you say that?
There's nothing more to discuss, Reina. Lava Vein warriors will escort you to safety in South Aken. Wait there until the war is over. Corruption.
George! Ah!
Why? Why must I waste time with these small fries? Where are you, Kawazu, you coward?
We gotta get back before the dust storm hits the exile colony. If we don't get out of here quickly, we'll all be caught in it.
Can't let Kawazu escape our grasp again. We will not retreat.
But... Sir, it's the Veldrick army, they're coming down the hill!
Finally found the courage to show your face. Kawazu. Dust storm is approaching. Seems Lady Fortune is shunned Violet this time.
Flameheart tribe is going to get caught up in it too. Shouldn't we go rescue them?
We're heading north. Rather it hadn't taken this long. Finally striking the Perlin mainland as planned.
You're just going to abandon the Flameheart tribe?
That's their burden to bear, and I did not give them that order. And it is an opportunity. While the Flameheart are dealing with Violet, the other tribes will be able to march onward without taking any casualties. At least their sacrifice will not be in vain.
Wazu? How could you?
Fire has endured countless centuries waiting patiently. From its perspective, our lives and deaths hardly even register. So fear not. All you have to do is follow me. Along the path of fire. Well, goddamn. Stealing his brain.
Why don't you test
or this, yay. Five. 6.
Hey, why don't you buy something? Come and take a look.
7. Oop. Yay. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12.
Money for information? Or
13.
information for money? Whichever you prefer.
14. 15. 16. 17.
Hey, why don't you buy
18.
something? Come and take a look.
19. 20. 21. 22. 23.
Hey, why don't you buy something?
24.
Come and take a look.
25. 26. 27. 29. 30.
Goodbye. I'll see you later.
Now for fun version.
Just him. Don't care. Oh, I know. Storage, huh?
Life is
Fix that up again. Celeste sure wanted her imprint upgraded. Elson. Oh, Tilly. Requiem Roar. Gotta lock you up. Hey, what? I'll do Talia, and then I can just lock up Wandering Silk. Alright, let's finish those summons.
For his lofty goal.
Alright, blue, but maybe secret not blue? Probably not, though. Ah, Camilla. Alright, guaranteed 4 or 5 star. Looks like 4. I didn't see no sparkles for a 5.
It is a general's
General
duty to lead his
Purgus.
people along the right path.
Hello, Ray Chase.
melt away.
Purgus does not interest me in the slightest. I'm gonna level with you. I think regular Purgus was one of my first 4 stars, but he was never good, so I never bothered building him. Act 13.
I'm glad you're both safe. The Star Corps, what should we call it? Okay, let's just call it a trial version. How were they?
They're quite useless in battle. They acted like idiots. I have to agree with them, Ray. Even from afar, I could easily tell the troops are quite lousy.
As I already said before the battle, there are still many things to improve. Don't worry too much, Elena. We can use this magic orb to rewatch the battle Polo and Pola witnessed.
So we can use that to analyze what the Star Corps...
Trial version.
Analyze what the trial version of the Star Corps lacks, right?
That's correct. It's good to know you're always quick to catch on, Elena.
Of course, I already knew all that. That's why I went the distance to make sure these two returned safely.
Was that why? Because you needed information about what we witnessed?
So that was why. It wasn't because Elena actually cared about our welfare. I don't think of it like that. Of course I care. Polo and Pola are both very precious disciples of the star to me.
But...
Liar. Now, I know you don't mean that. You should have more faith. How about we do what the nice Dr. Ray tells us? He'll make sure it doesn't hurt. Oh, one moment, Ray. There's another thing I'd like to ask of you.
Well, I can modify them to your liking, but... they're going to be more loquacious. The reason they're the way they are now is because you told me you abhor how much of a chatterbox they were.
Does that mean they'll be returning to their old rambunctious selves?
They'll have more depth to their thoughts.
What should I do?
Technically speaking, it's not so much that they're rambunctious, but they do tend to repeat what the other says. That usually makes them come off as garrulous.
Exactly, fix that for me, pretty please. Or I could just talk to them less often, too.
I'll see what I can do. See you tomorrow.
And Ray?
Yes?
You're gonna join me for dinner after the procedure, right? Prepared something special for tonight.
Tonight might be a bit difficult.
Mind if I ask why?
There's an experiment that I must complete by the end of the week.
You're choosing that Sylvan Sage woman over me?
Huh? Elena, how did you...
I'm just teasing you. I know you well enough, Ray. All you have in your mind is your research and experiments. Especially that one experiment about bringing the great Sheriff of Meldrek back to this living realm.
I love her crazy side. Really put in some effort to hide that entrance. What exactly is Constella hiding here?
Carvin!
Shush! Wait forever for the High Priestess to finally fall asleep, and the last thing I need is for you to wake her back up.
Carvin.
I'm going to keep making noise, I'll send you back to Vivian. Really should have insisted on not taking Carvin with me in the first place. What you're talking about was still just a dream. Yes, but it was so... vivid. You miss your wife?
You don't talk about her as much.
Maybe you're just more used to the feeling. Couldn't even tell that I was dreaming. You know that I can usually tell.
Not done or anything, you just miss her when her presence is absent.
Yeah, no, I assumed. I miss my wife, Tails. I'll be back. Nibs, you do realize you're asking me to put a halt to my entire investigation. Because you had a nightmare is, it's a tad bit drastic, right?
I guess.
You just sit idly by when we could just as easily get stabbed in the back. Ray's a dangerous man. Have to find out what he and Elaine are up to while we're here.
You're right. Probably only cooperating for now because he's excited at the prospect of experimenting on Kawana. Can't say I'd be surprised if he sells us out as soon as he gets what he wants. Well, since there's no use trying to talk you out of something once you put your mind to it, I'll just have to go with you.
Sorry, Vivian, but someone has to stay here and keep an eye on Kawana.
In that case...
I'll be back before dawn, so don't worry too much and just...
take Carvin with you.
Say what now?
Take Carvin with you. This isn't some kind of sage's foresight or something, but... just have this foreboding feeling that I really shouldn't let you go alone. If I can't go, Carvin will have to take my place.
That's what is going on right now.
Let's take her, okay? Else I won't let you go at all.
She says I'm stubborn.
Carvin?
Huh? You're right, not everyone's asleep yet.
Carvin.
No, this isn't your fault. I think they're the guards assigned to the graveyard shift.
Carvin.
Right, we'll deal with them together.
I'm sensing corrupt energy. It is my job to restore balance. I'll do anything for her. Allow me to purify. I never fight a loser.
Kinda already had that, so I guess I didn't need to do that for him.
Sensing corrupt energy. If you're scared, run. With my authority as mediator, I will right what is wrong. I'll do anything for her.
He speaks especially quietly among characters. I cannot hear a goddamn thing he's saying.
I never fight a loser.
Nicely done, Carvin. Don't ever quote me on this, but I have to admit, we seem to make quite the team.
Carvin!
Why are there stairs leading upwards from here? Even structured to be extremely well hidden. So what's on the other side?
Carvin! Never seen you around before. What are you doing here? How suspicious. This is a restricted area. Carvin! You two are... Sure you're curious about who we are? Well, we won't tell you. We'll not cause any trouble for Elena. No need for you to know. We won't be leaving here alive anyway. We'll have to kill you for Elena. Twins are completely out of balance and have been removed from nature. Neither dead nor alive. With my authority as mediator, I will right what is wrong.
It is my job to restore balance.
Please stop. Yeah. Please no. Carvin?
Situation's certainly changed now, Carvin. Constella's corruption runs much deeper than I'd feared.
You were surprised to find necromancy happening when you came here to find a necromancer? You didn't expect that even a little bit. There was no part of you that was like, I should look out for zombies, essentially, or human golems. 2, 3. Oop, almost missed that. 4, 5, 6, 7. Necromancy. 8, 9. I mean, that's what Pet Cemetery is. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
money for information, or information
18,
for money, whichever you prefer.
19, 20, 21, 22,
Money for information, or information for money, whichever you prefer.
25, 28,
Hey, why don't you buy
29,
something? Come and take a look.
30. Fuck.
Goodbye. I'll see you later, if you're still alive.
Alright, just 2 more. I had this dream while I dozed off for a bit.
Please continue, Miss Sleepyhead.
Well, I was in the forest surrounding Witch Haven. Something about it felt different. Certainly the sage's refuge, but it wasn't. My clothes, my hair, they were different. You were there too. Not the you now, but still you. Uh-oh? Uh-huh. You're dressed in this all-white military uniform.
Me in a military uniform?
Yeah, to be honest, it looked really, really good on you, too.
Weird. No reason for me to be among any kind of army. Suppose it was only a dream after all.
That felt the same way as I have before. I was upset because you left and didn't return for a long time.
I still hold a grudge against me subconsciously, so it's manifesting in your dreams.
No, it's not like that. Well, maybe a little. Anyway, I was running in search of you. After hearing you were fighting with the Pearland Army. Sure enough, when I finally found you, you were lying there, stained in your own blood. I was holding you close, crying.
That's the dream, all right.
Your words. You told me you were finally back. You'd never leave my side again. And those words, I couldn't... Even thinking about it now.
Whoa, Vivian, calm down. I'm right here. It was just a silly dream.
I know, I just don't do anything dangerous, please.
What you're talking about was still just a dream.
Yes, but it was so vivid.
Yeah, I might have seen that dream myself.
Couldn't even tell that I was dreaming, and you know that I can usually tell.
Vivs, you do realize you asking me to put a halt to my entire investigation just because you had one nightmare is a tad bit drastic, right?
I guess. Can't just sit idly by when we could just as easily get stabbed in the back. Ray's a dangerous man. Have to find out what he and Elaine are up to while we're out here. You're right. Probably only cooperating... Yeah, we saw this part. Someone has to stay. Be back before dawn. Take Carvin. Take Carvin. Really shouldn't let you go alone. Why can't I get this feeling off my chest? I can literally hear my heart beating. Maybe I should have just tied him to a chair or something. I should have gone with him. No. Okay, calm down, Vivian. If you went, who'd be here to take care of Kawana? And it's not like these herbs are going to apply themselves. Beep, beep, beep. And saved by the bell. Okay, time to get to work. Hold on a little longer, Great Chief. You probably don't feel any pain right now, but... Is any of this even working? I haven't noticed any changes at all, not even the wisp of a breath. I don't know if Ray is really even trying, or if this is all a ruse to keep us here, but we have no other alternative. Probably hit the upper echelons in the art of waiting. Even I'm getting exhausted. So how much longer do I... Huh? Kawana! Damn. No death. Easy. What's this? Oh, Polo and Pola, you poor things. You've been through so much. May you find peace and rest in the embrace of the stars and welcome a new day. And Ray just finished fixing them. I never forgive whoever is responsible for this. You mean I will never forgive? But sure.
Ethan, tracking intruder. Ethan will not forgive intruder. Where'd they get in? Intruder window.
Situation has taken a turn for the worse. I always assumed Perlin would be the major player in this event. Constella is by far the greatest danger. Oh, shit. Those are unknown in there. You felt that too, right? Carven. Corrupt energy is surging toward the top of the tower. It is more than a simple violation of the laws of nature. Rather a terrifying disharmony. It's as if it's something from another world. The end is nigh. Your time is up. Darkstar's always gotta get involved with Cowrick. Carvin! What was that? I found you, little mouse. I don't believe you're invited to join us here, Mediator. I present you with a sacred trial. Rejoice in your humiliation.
Your sins are beyond number. Let me help you atone.
Carvin! Oh, irreverent one. You are but a sin reveling in false illusions. Allow me to bestow upon you your demise, so you may walk the path of true penance. Carvin, listen to me. You have to get out of here. Go back to Vivian, understood? Carvin. Go! Carvin! Meow.
By any of your glorious means, intercede for me. I present you with the sacred trial. Rejoice in your humiliation.
Hate fighting.
Hey, how do you work? Any chance to revoke. Proportionally your own max. 30% damage share from the damage received by the ally. Increase max health by a lot. It's pretty good. That's just passive. Release internal resolve. Spells all debuffs from the caster. Grants a barrier. Immunity for 2 turns.
You charge. I counter.
Only through the will of the stars will we find salvation.
Hate fighting. Like having you charge. I counter.
Doubt is the root of all sin.
And so, Mediator, have you found what you were looking for in my city of stars? A broken balance, perhaps? Or the abuse of Terra fragments?
Constella is corrupt. You're trudging along a path of ruin.
Eaton?
Silence, intruder.
Ah. Oh, damn. Cowrick. Feast your eyes, Mediator. For I will divulge the truth. The truth that you have erred, that the balance you seek is but a fallacy. Gaze at the stars in the night sky and further beyond. All is already in perfect balance. The only distortion is that which is in your heart. Blinded by jealousy toward those chosen by power, you seek to destroy a truth you do not understand. What is it you call it? Purification? What a worthless hypocrite. Ugh. Eaton. Finish him. Oh no. Yeah, it looked like it fucking hurt.
What do I
Well,
sell?
time to build up suspense by going to the fucking secret shop again. Six. 7. 8. Ooh. Whip. Accidentally shrunk the window trying to scroll up. That happens sometimes. Let me check my dimensions, make sure they're correct.
Hey, why don't you buy something? Come and take a look.
That's back to where we were. 19. 20. 21.
Hey, why don't you buy something?
4.
Come and take a look.
3. 4. 5. 6. 7.
Everything comes and goes
Why?
here. Money, goods, and of course, information.
30.
I'll see you later.
Alright. Last one of Fallen Land. I somehow get the very distinct impression that this isn't gonna be the wrap-up, you know? I feel like this is maybe the halfway point. And I'm gonna be very upset about that. I abhor every single moment of waiting. Fate loves to lie in wait, preparing its machinations, then pounces when it's the best time to deal out the harshest of punishments. And all the while, the only thing one can do is pray that fate hasn't selected them. To this feeling that I despise the most. Yesterday, I had a dream about my second eldest brother. He was lying in his black coffin, which was engraved with the golden crest of our family insignia. He had always been fawning for my acknowledgement, to hear me shower him with praise for his accomplishments. Back when I was waiting for his expedition to fail, the emotion I felt was anxiety about what would become. And now, waiting for news of my expedition's success, my blood runs dry with anxiety about what will be. Why? Why do I feel so anxious? For fear that fate might find out what I was afraid of losing. I tried not to think about it. That boy who said he would bear my wounds forever. He said he wanted to tell me something, but only after he returned. And he would tell me during the banquet that celebrated his victory. And now I wait, with the image of his back as he walked away from me seared into my mind.
They're still alive. Seems even the dust storm wanted nothing to do with Lilius's filthy hound. Where's Kawazu? You miss him that much? He even appear in your dreams. Grr. Tell me where he is, and I'll try my best to make your death painless. I don't know. No use torturing me. Like to know where he is as much as you do. Is he not here with you? Don't you think he'd have shown himself by now if he was? He's no longer a Meldrick warrior. Seems he's dumped his pride away somewhere in the exile colony. Looks like even you didn't leave that battle unscathed. Don't be standing much longer if you don't hurry up and staunch that bleeding. It's none of your concern. Since your life is only a speck of dust soon to be forgotten. Quasi, you bastard, show yourself! Violet. Are you looking for someone? I don't think there's anybody here except you and me. All the soldiers you took with you are dead. Sure, the Flameheart has been wiped out, but strategically our losses are greater. Why are you here, Commander? Came to retrieve my surviving subordinates and to stop a fatal mistake from being repeated. This the kind of man you were all along? Waiting until I'm injured to take your chance? It is not a challenge, Captain. I'm only here to make sure you take responsibility for your failure. Neither life. Life is nothing but a series of battles. Battles to gain something, to protect something, to prove yourself over and over without any rest. Take responsibility. I mean, I'm sure there's at least one person who really wants to say that to him at some point. Is you. Is that what you're gonna call children, bathwater? Is that... I don't want that to be what children are called. I don't like children that much, but that's not great. Year I was born, my father was pushed out of the council. Our house had been on decline ever since. Glory of the past was but a moment. Nobody remembered the brilliance of one of our city's heroic founding fathers, nor the achievements of his descendants. All that was left was the pathetic pride of fallen nobles. Whenever my father despaired in the reality of our family's new status, he beat me again and again. Oh, so this is what's different about Violet. Expectation, examination, disappointment, punishment. The cycle repeated endlessly until I left home at the summons of House Perlutia. And even there, the battles continued. There was a girl there. The first day we met, she told me she was my superior. Demanded I prove my worth if I was to stay with her. With her, I experienced a roller coaster of hate and affection. In time, we even started sharing secrets with one another that we had never told anybody else. The day I left, she gave me a small scar. A scar that will be with me throughout the rest of my life. Not long after I returned to House Harrison, my father passed away. With his final words, he told me to revive our house to its former glory. Lying there in his bed, it was as if he never even noticed this scar. It was the same with the messengers who came to deliver the council's orders that our house participate in the war. They all pretended not to see my scar. But regardless, it didn't really matter. I wasn't afraid to fight. So the name of House Harrison was once again spoken of with admiration. I fought and fought and fought again. I won victory after victory. Till she would once again caress this scar of mine. No one cared for this wound of mine. Until she kissed it. Violet. I wish I could have seen her one last time. Just one last time. You're a dangerous man. Wazoo baited you with the Flameheart and headed north while you were distracted. Now the Constellas revealed their intentions. The Eastern Army must stay here to hold the front line. Wazoo will seek to recapture North Aachen, or even strike at South Perland. In either case, if we want to defend ourselves, I must recall the Western Army currently attacking Meldrek. I know you'll get in my way, because what I will do will not be what the Queen would want. If it's for the glory of Perland, I don't care about things like honor.
The end has come. Accept your fate.
I only have objectives, and an obstacle like you must simply be eliminated. I feel like that would have been stronger if they just played a video of only, like, the eye blinking at, like, the eye blinking with him with the gun down there. I think that would have looked much better.
Moonlight's Blessing Fallen Land has been unlocked. Completing missions, you'll be able to select and acquire a Moonlight hero from Moonlight Theater's Fallen Land. Cool. Not what I meant to touch. And it's entirely possible that will never be finished, which is already pissing me off even right now. Well, let's do one more run through of the secret shop.
Money for information, or information for money.
7.
Whichever you prefer.
Oh, Mystic Metals. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13.
Money for information, or information
14,
for money. Whichever you prefer.
15. 16. 17. 18.
Everything
19.
comes and goes here. Money, goods,
20.
and of course, information.
21. 22. 23. 24.
Money for information, or
25.
information for money. Whichever you prefer.
26. 27. 28. 29.
Money for information, or come back soon.
Alright. Let's look at our haul. 8,777. I got over 1,000 in this one alone. I don't go that hard off screen, but that's also because I don't have as much stuff to break it out. Oh, here's the Moonlight's Blessing. Who would I want is the question. I mean, you're voiced by Crispin Freeman, and that automatically makes you a frontrunner. But I see lots of people use Astromancer Elena in Arena. Though, I don't know if she'd work with my setup. I know you wouldn't work, that you would solely be because I like you. Pavel, all these characters at least look cool. Although, I think I actually prefer regular Cowrick to Mediator. At least in terms of appearance. Remnant Violet, his skill set's cool, but And I feel like... Conqueror Lilius, I see people use her too. Astromancer Elaine is terrible, she's one of the main contestants for a buff right now. Oh. So when I see people continuously using her in Arena, I should assume they're just not aware of that? Then again, the more I think about it, the less I've seen her, the higher I've climbed, and also... Like, I can't actually recall a time losing to her. I think she was one of my earlier hallmarks of someone I could get over. Cleave hero that doesn't really have a niche. I mean... She applies Unhealable. So... that could help with stuff. I mean, I know she's not the only one. I know Ray is like a one-trick pony. Like, he does one thing, and if he can't do it against the enemy you're fighting, he's basically worthless. But he's voiced by Crispin Freeman. I have definitely seen people use Remnant Violet and Conqueror Lilius, though. Like, even where I am now, I see them around. I don't know which one I'll pick. I'll probably... What's up, Bathwater? What is the thing? Your brain is recovering from the rot? Okay. Have you figured out what sauce was on your pasta? No. Alright. Okay, then what happened? Pavel is mostly PvE unit now. Rylet is inconsistent, a lot of counters. Sea Lily is good and lunatic, they're better openers than her outside of it.
So you're saying none of these are like staples, I need to pick them over the other options. So if I wanted to just pick a character I like, I'd be pretty safe doing so. Like, none of these are really gonna affect any setups I might want to do. Lilius might help with... I don't think I can do Lunatic at all, actually. Like, if I were to pick someone bad, I'm not missing out on something great, is what you're saying. You haven't mentioned these two yet, though. But I'm also not that interested in either of them. Hand Guy is a pretty balanced unit. Good cleaner, can be built like a bruiser if needed. Vivian is good but niche and hard to build. DDR is super strong in general. DDR? Oh, damage reduction. Yeah. And it scales up from 50% to 70%, wow. So if she was gonna take more than 30% of her health in an attack, no she wasn't. Unless you just one-shot her somehow. You get one of these for each Moonlight thing? Lunatic needs a roster of like 20 to 30 heroes, not really attainable for your first year in the game. Oh. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that is going to have to do it for this one. I'll probably, like, ask Courting Nat for more advice on what to pick there, like... I mean, I think we're coming up on me having been playing this for a full year. You'll miss me? I'll miss you too, Bathwater. Yeah, we're not gonna... Probably not gonna be too much more talking the rest of the day, because it's Thursday, too. And the Ruka... He don't do stuff Thursday. Well, he did talk about trying to do stuff. I'll talk to him about that. Anyway, I'm gonna stop the recording for YouTube here. As always, thank you so much for coming if you came. You didn't come, you don't gotta thank you. Well, bye, YouTube.